Watch the bottom.
Hello there, everyone. How are y'all doing? We're back.
There you have it.
Hello. Happy Friday. It's a Friday. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've all had a nice week. It's Easter weekend, so hope you're all off for the weekend and having a lovely weekend of it. If you're not, so sorry, but well done for coming here and watching us. And if you're watching this on the YouTube, as always, you missed a good show. Yeah, we are here with a very, very special episode of Those Dark Places. As you can all tell, there's a new face on this screen. We have the author of Those Dark Places with us. This is the guy who watched us, thought we were good, and thought... No, wait, sorry. He thought we were so bad, he needed to come and show us how to play this properly.
What have they done to my game?
So give him all a big welcome, guys. I know you will. And yeah, this is the start of some new games that we're going to do. You can see we've got all fancy graphics and everything because we're going to do a few more games of these Dark Places.
We are.
So, and we're going to kill off ourselves again and again and again and again and again. Just so you all guys aware, we're going really quickly into this because we've got a lot to fit in tonight. There's the calendar if you guys want to check out what's going on this month coming up. If you don't have time to read it in the few seconds it's up right now, join our Discord, and go to the calendar page. It's all there. We announce what we're doing as and when, so make sure you check it out.
Read faster.
Read really fast. I'll pause it. You can just pause it. Clip it. Go back. Watch it. Read it. Before we get into tonight, we are doing a giveaway. Yay! We are doing a giveaway. We are going to be giving away some copies of the PDF version of Those Dark Places.
Well, that escalated. It's some copies now.
Yeah.
Some copies.
Okay.
You can leave me in IMT and chat on our own for more than 10 minutes and things just get carried away.
So, in a few seconds, the bots are going to kick in and they're going to start the giveaway. If you want to join, all you got to do is put !giveaway. And later on in the show, we will be pulling out a winner and we will see who gets a copy. Ange will be contacting you to get your details and we will get it sent to you because it is a great game. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
And as always, just a quick shout. Tomorrow, Saturday, is our Dungeons and Dragons games here. 1 hour later than now. Less 10 minutes for technical difficulties. Will be Cry's game being run for Dungeons and Dragons, carrying on from the last series. The episode, I do apologise, should have already got up on YouTube. It will be going up tomorrow morning, so you've got the whole day tomorrow to watch it and catch up. So that will be happening.
So it's not compulsory to watch it in bed.
To tell you more, because you've heard us talk for episodes and episodes, and I'm probably sure you're all sick of our voices by now. So to tell you more about this amazing game and to set the scene for tonight's episode, I will now hand over the proceedings to John Hick.
Thank you very much, and I do apologise for my rather plain background. Whilst everybody else looks really cool and is having a great time of it,
it sets you apart, man. It sets you apart.
Guys, thank you very much for having me on this evening. Really, really do appreciate you taking the time. I really do appreciate the invite as well. So I'm looking forward to playing with you tonight. It's going to be fantastic. So, but yeah, it's going to be good. Thank you for coming along, and everybody watching. Thank you for spending time watching us lot here. Those Dark Places is a industrial science fiction game with the aesthetic of things like Alien, Outland, Dead Space, that sort of physical look. And it's about the horrors in deep space, none of which need to be real. Some of them can be imagined. Some of them can be sort of in the shadows slightly, sort of looking at you with a weird look. So, but yeah, it's a dark, grim science fiction game, and nobody is expected to survive. So, place your bets now.
Wait, what? Did no one mention I get quite, attached to my characters.
She doesn't.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I feel as though I should apologise now.
Yeah. One of the joys of GM, right?
So, I mean, it's up to you. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes, we are. Let's go.
Shall
Let's go and die.
Shall we introduce the characters first, so we know who we've got and what their role is on the ship? We'll start. I'm going to address everybody by their character names.
Sure.
So we'll start with Cassidy.
So Cassidy is Chief Medical Officer of the ship. We haven't given this ship a name. Should we give this ship a name?
Gertrude.
Well, in my notes, it stands the DSRV Fidanza. But if you want to name it yourselves, that's way cooler than anything I could have come up with. Yeah. So I'm the Chief Medical Officer on the DSSV. USS, what the hell? The DSRV, Deep Space Reconnaissance Vessel.
Oh, no. I like that. I'm going to write it down. Chief Medical Officer, as well as one of the ship's nominal science officers. He's a fairly reliable and good-natured fella who gets on well with most of his crew, I hope.
Has he recently been married or got engaged? Because they're usually the first to die.
Both. I think both. Both of those things.
Oh no, just you might as well just go home now then. Infinity, your character?
My character is Sam Freeman. He is at first the helm officer and second the nav officer. He's only recently been made the helms officer, so he's very new to this. He's looking to prove himself amongst the more senior ranks that he knows about. And yeah, he's trying to prove himself amongst a lot more veterans of his job spec.
Gotcha. Excellent. Rakis.
Hello, my name's Dave Rakis, and I'm the first engine officer. I think I had to do some more fixing, because there's an E on the end of engine. I'm a dependable type of man. I like things working properly, and when they dinna, I get awfully upset.
And finally, Wix.
I'm Rena Wicks. I am first security officer, second liaison officer. I'm quite new to space travel, but I take no bull and just get the job done.
Excellent. Well, crew, welcome to the DSRV Fidanza. It's a deep space reconnaissance vessel. It does short hops between systems to basically survey new systems for resources. And then once they've surveyed it and sent back a preliminary report, the powers that be will then decide whether to send a research science or a resource extraction vessel to actually mine the entire place for resources. DSRVs are also used for short-range rescue, first assist, first respond, and basically they're basically the workhorses of the galaxy, of the known galaxy, the explored galaxy. The reason why they go out to get these resources is because Earth is basically dead. And there are no other worlds out there which they've discovered which are going to support life. So all they can do is try and keep Earth breathing for as long as it can. So all the corporations who know can turn a profit from this because they're disaster capitalists are basically sending ships out to gather resources they can to bring them back to Earth to keep the 12 billion people that are still on the surface breathing because the entire planet has just gone to waste. So, the DSRV Fidanza at this moment is owned by Captain Harper, and he's taken you four on as his crew, mainly because of the fact that there was nobody else available at the time on Clark Station. He found you in the local boozer, down at the medical bay, walking the streets, wondering what the hell's going on. Basically, he brought you all together, so look, we've got a job going on, I need a crew, I am literally 3 years away from retirement. I just want to get out there, do a couple of jobs, come home. Oh no, he's close to retirement. That means he's going to die as well. So it's basically to go out there, do some jobs. Come with me. I can give you good 3 years. I guarantee bonuses, which will knock a couple of years at least off your retirement, off your contract. What do you say? And that's how you found yourselves on board the DSRV Fidanza.
Excellent.
The contract that you've been given, you weren't 100% sure about. The captain, he calls himself a captain. He's not really a captain. He doesn't really fly the ship. The helm officer, Infinity, flies the ship. He does a little bit of nav, but then Infinity is also the navigator, so he does the navigating as well. And the captain just seems to be spending a lot of time on his own, spends time in his own bunk, because your pods, where your long sleep pods are, also double as your bunk rooms. And it's a very cramped ship. It's basically just a bridge, a common room, bunk rooms, and a cargo hold and an engine room. That's it. Really, really simple ship. So he's been to spend a lot of time on his own, and then he gets a contract one day, and then suddenly, without warning, gives you a 5-day warning, piles you all on board the ship, starts up the engines, he takes care of the navigation, and then you're on your way. Doesn't explain anything. He doesn't feel like he needs to explain anything. And as he said during one of your many interviews, he's not there to be your mate, he's there to run a ship. 4 months later, you've come out into the FG6542MD star system. Which Infinity, looking at the maps, the star maps, this is a non-resource. This is a non-viable system. It's a dead star. Okay. There's a couple of planetoids in there, which absolutely no resource value whatsoever. No ship has been here for the better part of 30 years. So why he's come here, you have absolutely no idea. And as you all come out of your you've all not long come out of your long sleep pods. So yeah, you've had your rest. You've drank your coffee. You're trying to get yourselves back on your feet, get a little bit of life back into yourselves. Do I make you all roll? Yes, I will. So, can everybody roll a 1d6, please? And I will need to know who rolled ones.
I know what's coming.
I rolled a 6.
A 6.
Rolled a 3.
5.
Oh, denied.
Yeah. No. So that's no problem then. So yeah, you all managed to make it through 4 months of long sleep without relieving yourselves in your long sleep pod. So well done you. So you've actually made it all the way to the system area. Yeah, there's a 1 in 6 chance that somebody randomly will relieve themselves, because you drink this cocktail, which basically is supposed to slow your body functions down, but it also helps to expel stuff later on. Sometimes people do it early. So yeah, you all wake up, you're all nice and clean. You've all had your showers and all getting in, and as you're all basically just sorting yourselves out and getting into your lockers, Captain Harper basically walks in. He looks like he's been up for a while. He's fully dressed, he's clean, he's crisp, he looks alert. He's got a cup of steaming coffee, what passes for coffee, in his hand. This is the only good thing on the ship. And he comes walking in, he sort of stares at you all and says, "You think 3 minutes?" And just goes storming out again. This is why you're all still drying your hair and putting jumpsuits on and all sorts.
What did he say? Was it 3 minutes?
He said we've got 3 minutes. Now hurry up. You heard the captain.
Aye, alright.
Oh, someone's eating him, I guess.
Yeah, certainly. Well, it's more than he's said to us for the past 3 months anyway.
It's the captain's business. If he doesn't want to tell us, he doesn't have to tell us. You got a problem with that?
No, but it's nice to talk to people now and again.
We're running a ship, not a daycare. Hurry up.
Let's get out of here.
The captain's waiting for you. The captain's waiting for you all on the bridge. You can grab a coffee if you want. And no, it's not real coffee. It's synthetic, so it tastes like plastic. It'll wake you up. He's got real coffee. You can smell it. You can smell that aroma of Arabian beans in the air. It's really, really annoying. And so, yeah, probably that grown, but even so, oh my god. So yeah, you walk into the bridge. It's quite a cramped bridge. Everybody's when you're sitting in your seats, you're not sitting in the big open plan area. You've sort of got your overheads and all sorts. Basically, you've got your own little like a jet fighter cockpit. So you sort of all cramped in. Everything's around where you need it to be.
Mm.
You're sort of standing there, and on one of the big CRT monitors, the biggest one actually over the main viewport, and looking at the viewport, you see nothing but stars. You've got the very bright sun. It's the dead sun of this system. But other than that, there's nothing else. And he's got the screen up, and he's showing, if I can remember how to do this, picture. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
And that's what he's showing. He's just staring at it, and as you all sort of take your seats, he sort of turns around and sits.
Doesn't look like there's much atmosphere there.
No parties. So he's just basically he sits back on his chair, leans against his chair, takes a swig of his Arabian coffee, which I have actually, and he sort of looks right. This is a quick in and out job. We're on a Cambridge Wallace bond. They've sent us out here. This hopefully should get me to the end of retirement, which is great. But so we're looking to investigate a ship that's come here called the DSSV Pericles, Deep Space Survey Vessel Pericles. They sent an encoded signal. They came here for some reason. We have absolutely no idea why, because there's nothing out here. They sent an encoded signal to Wayne Tanaka Corporation, which, as you know, is one of the rival corporations to Cambridge Wallace. And then that was followed by a very brief distress signal. No idea what the distress signal was. It was a general band and just sent out like asking for assistance. This entire system has nothing to offer. It's been marked as a non-profit site. It's so far off the beaten track that no other vessel has been here for 30 years. So why are they here? And that is what Cambridge Wallace want to know. We were the closest ship to pick up. Nearest Wayne Tanaka ship or any other vessel is 2 months away. So we've got plenty of time to find out what's going on. That's it. We get down to the Pericles, which apparently is parked somewhere in that crater. We get down there, we get on board, and we find out what's going on, and then we get out of here. Now, the planetoid itself has about 40% gravity, so you can walk on it, but you will be a little bit bouncy. And I know we're not supposed to land because regulations say don't land on any planetoid if you can help it, but unfortunately we've got no choice at this point, and we're going to have to land. So, helmsman, have you ever landed a ship before?
In simulation, sir, yes.
How many ships have you landed in real life?
One, but I probably wouldn't class it as a ship, sir. More of a...
When you say one, do you mean that you're about to land your first ship?
Quite possibly, Captain.
Oh, shit. Right, okay. Well, no worries. We're half an hour away. I've already been through the deceleration procedure. Thought I'd give you guys a line. We need to get down there. No questions asked. Do you understand? I need to reiterate that no questions asked thing. Get on board, find out what's going on. We get off again, yeah?
Yes, Captain.
Affirmative, Captain.
Right. Hell, get yourself into position. Everybody else, take your stations. Let's get this thing down.
Aye, aye.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you've all got your stations on the bridge. Of course, Infinity, you're going to be helmeted down.
Mm-hmm.
Rakish, you can go down to the engineering bay if you want to, or you can stay on the bridge and monitor from up here. Yeah? Do you want to go down to the engineering bay or stay up here? Rakish.
Oh, yes. I'll go down to the engineering bay. I like to be close to the technology.
Yeah. Wix, as you're on security, you can take care of the scanners and the systems.
After I've secured the dock bay, then I'll come back and do that.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. And Cassidy, well, as science officer, you can basically just have a look around if you want.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get on the old
itself,
sensors or whatever.
Yeah, the planetoid itself is 3,500 kilometers in circumference, so it's very, very small. And it just seems to be making up of basically what is pumice and basalt. There's absolutely nothing down there. It appears to be quite hollow. How it's generating gravity is anybody's guess. So it must have probably an iron core, quite dense as well. But yeah, it's really, really nondescript. It's not even worth it. I mean, if you landed on here in a standard resource ship, you'd probably strip it in about 2 weeks, and then that's it. It'll be done. So it's really not worth it. And the actual ores that are on this planetoid are worthless. There's nothing that you can't get in 1,000 other star systems. Half the price.
Right. Can we see like the Pericles on the scanners or anything like that? Is that?
Yeah. After a brief search, let me just mark it on the map here. The Pericles shows up just there.
Okay. Right. And does it appear to be intact?
Completely intact. Basically, these things are equipped with. In fact, you can call up a map of it if you want to. So let me just jump you guys over to the Pericles map. Yeah, it's completely intact. There doesn't appear to be any external damage at all. Although here is the cargo lift, and what the cargo lift does is there's like a small four-wheeled vehicle, sort of roamer vehicle, which sits on that, which can get dropped down. That is down. So the actual cargo bay itself is completely exposed to the elements.
Right.
Black.
No, and there are no elements. It's just dust and vacuum.
Is it? Hold on 1 second. I'll fix that for you.
It is a rescue mission.
Investigation. Find out why they sent a distress signal and what they were doing here.
You guys do a refresh on that page. For
Yeah,
us?
got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yep.
So they're alive and they need rescuing.
Engineer to bridge.
Yep, the captain said, sorry, Wicks, just give me 1 second. Yeah, Rakers, go ahead.
You want me to transfer all the energy to some sort of lower shields, just in case young Freeman does a number on the bottom?
Shields?
Yeah.
We have shields now.
Shields? What are you talking about?
There's a button here. I'll press it if you want.
That's the eject button, but yeah, it'd probably be safer. No, just make sure the transfer of power between the converters and the engine core is actually stable. It's been a few years since this baby's touched down on anything.
Well, Roger, Captain. Over and out.
Thank you. Sorry, Wicks, what were you saying?
We need to ready ourselves for taking passengers back.
If you can get down to the medical bay, just in case there are survivors, but remember the signal came out more than 4 months ago. If there are survivors, well, we'll see. But yeah, get down to the medical bay, make sure the autodoc and the medical centre is completely up to and working and ready to go, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Good stuff. Okay, Infinity, take us down.
Ready, Captain?
I ought to remind you, we did come up with a name for Infinity's character a little too late for you,
Sorry.
Jonathan. It's Sam Freeman. Is Infinity's character. You want to make a note of that?
Okay, I shall. Freeman, okay.
Yeah.
Infinity's your nickname. Because that's what you're striving to get to.
Infinity and beyond.
Oh God!
That's fine.
So, okay, Freeman, let's take her in. If you come down at a flat angle, put her at 40 degrees on a starboard yaw, which should bring us down at a nice descent angle. I want to drop at least, say, 500 meters from where the Pericles. It seems to be quite flat. Good surface, good rock with a good undersurface. Yeah, you should be fine just there.
Good observations, Captain.
Listen, and that is where you make a roll. Let me just pop your difficulty number in.
This is where it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's not
Crashes
the
to land.
M4.
Yeah.
Not the M4.
So, because you're bringing her in slowly, you're not actually resting with the controls.
Yep.
You're rolling a d6. You're going to add your education for what you know about bringing ships in, and you're going to add your helm +2.
So you get to
plus
roll
2.
your education +2. Yep.
Yeah, against the d6, and it's standard difficulty. Excellent.
Right.
Yeah, you bring her in exactly as instructed. You pitch her over just slightly. You sort of enter what passes. Well, there is no atmosphere, but you enter. You actually feel the ship shake and shudder as you sort of hit the a very very slight magnetic field caused by the gravity. If that's how science works, who knows? And so yeah, and right now it's great. It looks great in the cinema. So you're basically just coming down, and you're coming down really, really angry, and then you get this strange sort of really heavy shimmer, like you've hit a really heavy magnetic field, which is weird because the planet toy should not be exuding such a heavy magnetic field, and it really feels like you're hitting some heavy atmosphere, and the whole ship itself is shaking, and everybody's vibrating in their seats. Everybody's in bed. Everybody's vibrating in their seats. It's it's a bit of a rough road, bit of a rough ride, I should say. I'll need you to make another roll, please.
Ooh.
Same one.
Same one, exactly the same one, except the difficulty is going to be slightly higher.
Do you want me to change the difficulty there, Feet? Okay. Oh, that's all right.
Absolutely fantastic. No, you bring her in really, really well. You come down, and then next thing you know, the retros are bursting out. There's gas and flame, like somebody's just filled up the cockpit. Outside, it's just dust. You're flying by instruments alone. As you literally you come swinging down, the engines sort of tilt slightly, and then sort of blast the energy down. She slowly starts to settle down. Engineering. Could you make a education plus your engineering? So education +2 plus a d6, please.
Oh.
There's something going on in the engine room. The vibration is getting extremely heavy, and you know engines. You've been around engines. You know the engines, but for whatever reason, the converter's not flowing energy properly. There's nothing wrong with the handling of the ship. Well done, Freeman. But the actual engine itself doesn't seem to be enjoying coming down to land on the planet's surface. It's been a while since the engine, and by the looks of it, it's not been properly prepped for such a thing. So the converters are slightly off. The power converters aren't properly synchronized. The actual flow to the thrusters is all over the place, and you feel that, Freeman. The ship starts to buck slightly, as if he wants to move off into a different direction. So you can correct it, but it will be difficult.
Ooh.
So if you want
Captain,
to correct it, let me just.
There's a little bit of problem with the converters.
See if he can compensate. See if he can compensate. Just keep the flow correct.
Doing it now.
Yeah, roll your D6, roll your education, and add your engineering score. You do. You managed to actually get the flow back as it should be. Like I said, the engine wasn't prepped for this at all. You would have thought so. It's not an old ship, probably about 40 years old. So it's you managed to correct that slightly. Freeman, you find it a little bit easier now. You've sort of got control back, and it's going to be a whole lot easier to land now. So it's going to be a standard roll. So again, make another helm roll just to touch it down nice and softly.
Yep.
Wonderful. The ship
You
slowly
with the
settles.
rolls.
Yeah, you with the high ones.
For now.
Yeah. So the ship slowly starts to settle. There's 4 landing legs, and they sort of touch down. They sink probably about a foot and a half through dust and into the surface. The ship is slightly lopsided by about half a degree, but she settles quite nicely. And then the captain leans forward and starts flicking switches. Kill the main engines and switch off the artificial gravity.
Captain.
Engine starts to shut down. That sort of cycles. Then outside, it's strange. It's like dust slowly settling. It's like water running outside the glass is slowly going down, and sort of a very level layer of dust is slowly settling down. And as it slowly settles down, in the distance, almost exactly 300 meters, is the Pericles.
We're prepped for EVA, Captain.
EVA authorised. Well, we're all going over, so get yourselves suited up.
Can I just do a quick scan of the ship from where we are to get some more information, maybe, to see if there's any
Certainly.
holes, any structural problems, or?
There's no holes, but now that you're closer, looking at the cargo lift that's down, it's down. The interior airlock is open. No sign of the vehicle, and by the looks of it, a corner of the actual cargo lift has been bent slightly, like something's tried to force it open.
Oh.
You can actually see damage on the actual hull as well.
That wouldn't be enough for them to send out a distress signal, though, would it? It's just a...
I don't know. It depends if you've got any or not, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, the vehicle, it's a 4-wheeled vehicle. It's basically just like an ovoid egg on wheels. And people can, it's just like a moon buggy sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's no sign of it.
And I'll point that out. There's no sign of the rover or anything like that out there. I can't see anything. No sign of it. I mean, the door's down. Where's the crew?
What does the heat bloom say?
If we're going dirt side, can we take the grenades?
Grenades? What grenades? Unfortunately, all you have access to, you've all got a dazer each. Everybody's equipped with a dazer.
Yeah.
But the only thing you have access to is
That's
2
two.
automatic pistols and a shotgun. Right.
You're just trying too hard. You're just trying too hard now.
And a rocket.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking for some heat signatures, did you say?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, check for blooms. And yeah, you are picking up a heat bloom from the engine core. It is idling, so it could be giving power to the actual ship itself. But there's no indication of that. You also can't tell if there's any life support. Also, everybody has ID chips, and there are no ID chips broadcasting. It looks like there's nobody on board.
Look, I'm not reading any crew on the ship at all, but the reactor seems to be functioning. Maybe there's life support on there, but there's no sign of any crew at all.
Maybe she'll fly. Okay, people. He sort of stands up, gets a bag of seat, and opens the door. Yeah. Right. This is what's going to happen. Cassidy, will you order come over with us? I mean, you're the resident medical and science officer, so you're going to have a look around, see what's wrong with the ship, find out what's happened there, see if there's anybody there to help. Eamon, you're
Yeah.
coming over. We're going to check the ship, check the systems, see if she's flyable. If we can get her out of here, that'd be fantastic. Kiss, I'm going to want you over there in the engine room. Get down there, see if we can get that heat bloom, get some energy flowing throughout the entire ship. So you can get life support back up and go. See if we can get that going. Wicks, bring your biggest gun. If there is some shit going down, we're going to need some serious ordnance.
Yeah, but no.
What is it? Yeah. Right, you've ordered suit training. We'll meet in the main airlock in 1 hour.
All right.
Well, don't stand there staring at me. Move.
Nice landing, Freeman. Well done, son.
Yeah, if only someone was looking after them engines, they might have been a bit smoother.
Hey, this ship isn't 40 years old. If I'm a day, I tell you, this place has been ruined. Anyway, I'll have this conversation as we're walking out.
The space.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, sorry. I was just saying I'm going to get ready to go EVA.
Your spacesuits
Gonna
are
go
just your
get guns.
standard sort of padded ones. Just the sort of thing you get from NASA, but a little bit tighter. A little bit tighter around the midriff. So it's but yeah, that'll certainly do the trick. And yeah, and you get your guns. Basically, like I say, you've all got a daser each. So you can take with you either an automatic pistol, or you can take a shotgun. It's completely up to you. Wicks.
That's you, Wicks. Yeah.
Pistol or shotgun.
Ooh. Decisions.
I don't know the difference between either of them, so I'll just say the pistol.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so you get the pistol. Yeah. It would certainly do the trick. 12 rounds. It's pretty good damage as well. So yeah, you take the pistol. You make sure it's all loaded. What are you doing with a gun in space? And so yeah, and you pop it into a secure hold on your belt. And yeah, you're all good to go.
Cool.
Now in spacesuits, you can make the journey over. Your agility will be reduced by 1 whilst you're in the spacesuits. Although you can, even if your agility is at 0, you will be able to still move. It's just that you won't have any bonuses to any D6 rolls. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, you all get suited up. You're all wearing different coloured spacesuits so that the people watching the show can tell you all apart. So it's it's your standard suits. You've got the lamps on either side of the head. You've got your microphones. You've got your head socks on. Like I say, outside it's like basically like lunar surface. Let me just jump back to the collector. Activate.
Yeah.
Everybody see that yet?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So the Pericles was there, and you landed around about there.
Awesome.
So the Pericles is there, right ahead of you, 300 meters. Dust has settled now. So it gives the ground a really strange sort of smooth appearance. And as soon as you set foot on it, it's anything but smooth. It's very, very rocky. Lots of pebbles, lots of sort of pumice stones, all sorts of stuff just lying around on the ground. So it's a short walk, 300-meter walk to the Pericles. All you can hear is the sounds of the spacesuits, life support systems whirring, the odd beep and click, and your own breathing.
Hair breathing in my ears.
Do we have any kind of portable scanner equipment or anything that we take with us, or is that?
Yeah, if you want, you can take a compade.
Yeah.
A compade is basically like a small computer, and it'll also help you as well if you need to access other people's computers.
Sure, I will grab one of those before we leave.
Yeah, that'll give you a plus. Sorry, that'll give you a +1 to computer access.
Cool.
Rakis, if you want to take an engineering tool kit, that'll give you a +1 to your engineering rolls.
I'll take some tools with me. Thank you.
So yeah, sling it over your shoulder.
Right. And we'll set off.
The captain, keeps calling himself a captain. Harper he's already suited. By the time you guys are still putting on your boots, he's already suited. Excuse me.
How does he do that?
He's getting really, really impatient. Come on! Let's go!
Yeah, are you all right? Skip.
We're on the clock here. Let's move.
You're the captain, guys. Come on, hurry up.
Yeah, we're on the clock.
I was just getting my tools. I'm ready now.
Okay.
Stop.
And whenever he's ready, hit the airlock button.
Airlock button opens. You can
Do we
walk
walk, or do we go in a little buggy thing?
We're walking.
You're going to have to walk. Yeah.
Bouncing.
Yeah.
Okay.
In one leap and you're there. So yeah, you go into the airlock. It cycles. You've got and the way the airlock works, you've got a big door which goes out if you're doing normal EVA, or it actually drops down on cables below you. So you go down like on a platform. That's what it's doing here. It's only about a 10-meter drop. And your ship, the Fidanza, I mean, it's absolutely huge. I mean, these ships are massive. Your particular vessel is probably about 70 meters long. So yeah, it's a good big vessel. And so yeah, it sort of comes down, gets down to the bottom. And yeah, you step onto the planetary surface. Like I say, it's smooth, but if you can actually almost with the boots, you can feel how rough it is underneath. So you've got to be very careful walking across, because when you tread on certain areas, it's like treading on a puddle. You don't know how deep it is. You tread on certain areas and it's dropping down. So I'm going to ask everybody to make agility tests, and it should be. It's relatively 75. No, it won't be that. And it should be relatively simple.
It should be. We have a -1, right?
No.
We have a
Did you say we had a -1 as well?
-1.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've got a -1, because you're all wearing spacesuits, it's going to be a little bit more bulky.
Rolled a 1.
Yeah, I've added a -1 onto this, so it should be the right roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
did
didn't
you
make
get
it.
6s and 5s? I got a fail on 6.
I didn't make it, guys.
Yeah. No, actually, Sam, do you want to roll again? Because I hadn't put the correct DC in when.
So if I got a 4, it needs to be.
Yeah.
If I got a 5, it's actually a 4 then, isn't it? If I got a 5, so I got a 4 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a -1 off your rolls. Yeah. So you're sort of making your way along, and then suddenly, sorry, who failed? Wix, you failed, yeah.
Wix failed, yeah.
Wix
Wix
failed, yeah.
did,
So Wix, as you're walking along, suddenly your foot goes almost halfway up your calf into nothing. It honestly feels like you just trodden dust, and next thing you know, you're falling forwards. Roll a d6 and don't roll a 1.
First casualty. Here we go.
Dead already.
Oh no, it's a D8. Hold on. Oh wait, wait.
Oh no!
Okay. At this point, you're probably about 50 meters away from the vessel, from the Pericles. Your foot goes into the hole. It goes halfway up your calf. You go falling forward. It looks like you're going to fall into dust, but literally less than a millimeter from the dust surface is a sharp, jagged piece of rock. It goes smack into your helmet glass, and there's a massive crack appears. And then suddenly all you can hear is this really high-pitched whistling, sort of hissing, and then your suit starts going, "Warning, warning, please be aware you have a suit breach. Warning, warning, please be..." And it's going over again. All you can hear is...
Oh,
yeah. What would you like to do?
Get in my pocket for the emergency plaster and go.
There is a sealant which you can use, which you can spray over it, but it's a one-use only, so you don't want to mess it up.
Okay, so I'll try and do that, I assume.
Okay. You dive into your hip pocket, and you grab hold of the sealant. You grab it out. You literally just crush it, and it basically just at the top it sprays the sealant over to where the suit's been ruptured. You need to make an agility roll, so it's a d6. So your agility score, but remember you're minusing 1 off your agility. No. Yeah, you're losing air fast. Your integrity of your suit is going down quite quickly. I also need to work out.
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. Was she at the back or at the front? Is the question.
I'd say she's at the back.
Roll a d6. The higher you roll, the further back you were.
You're on a 6 now.
5.
Yeah, you were right at the back because there's 5 of you. So you've gone forward, smacked in. You're sat there, and everybody else is just walking on.
Oh shit!
Oh well.
We have comms.
I'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah, but she won't be able to use them. There's no air in her suit. She can't talk.
It's the right mic. It's the right mic.
Yeah, you just want to see her dead, don't you? That's
I say, thanks for pointing that out, Freeman. You just killed your
Hey, chat predicted it would be Angie that goes first. I'm just honouring their predictions.
What do you want to do, Alex?
Get up and run.
I don't think.
Okay. Do we not do that?
Last time.
Help!
Okay, your suit The suit has 10 integrity points, and every round it will lose 1 point of integrity. You spent 1 round falling over, and 1 round if you fell over, you spent 1 round trying to seal it. So your suit now has, I will count this down, your suit now has 9 integrity points. You're about 50 meters away from the vessel, so you're going to have to move fast. As you're all walking up,
help.
Captain, I've got a
Suit breach.
suit breach.
You're not going to be more panicked or anything.
Yeah,
No, I'm a shit calm person.
He turns around and sees you running towards you, and he just shouts, "For God's sake, use your sealants!"
Didn't work.
It's all smeared down
it
the
was
wrong
fake.
side of your helmet. Yeah.
I'm trying to pick it off the gloves.
Does anybody else want to dive in?
Sam sees this, and Sam's going to jump on her with his sealant and try and get her as he lands.
Okay,
Knock me backwards onto the stone. I'm going to get a hole in my suit on the.
It's a kill or save moment.
You need to make a. That's your suit integrity is now down to 8. You need to make Freeman. You need to make a D6 roll and add your agility.
D6.
Again, the difficulty is going to be
-1.
6.
Yeah.
Maybe -1, yeah. So your integrity now has gone down to 7. You sort of leap forward. You've got your thing. You squeeze it. It pops out, and you're just fumbling. There's a little bit of panic involved, and you're just fumbling. And talking about panic, now you've lost a couple of points of integrity, Wicks. I need you to make a pressure roll.
Oh.
Now you're under a bit of pressure. So basically, you get your pressure
click
bonus.
on pressure bonus, then.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a success.
Cool.
That's spot on. So yes, it's a bit of a panicky moment.
Something went right.
You're holding your nerve. At least you'll die stoic. So, you're holding your nerve. So, you're down to 7 integrity points now. Anybody else want to step in?
I feel that I should, as medical officer, I should actually be doing something here. So I'm going to make my way. I'm going to make my way carefully over to Wicks. I've seen what Freeman has just tried to do, and that it hasn't actually worked. So I'm going to take my time. I figure that she's got a bit of time before her suit gives up. So
that's right.
I'll make my way.
Take your time. That's fine. You will lose another 2 integrity points, so you were down to 5 because you're taking your time. But I will give you a +1 to roll. I will give you a +1 to roll.
Okay, so that's what I'm going for then. I'm gonna risk her life, for the extra roll.
Before we go into sacrifice mode, Wicks, are you okay with that?
I mean, I'll say actually, I'm on my way.
I'm kind of going to try and.
Yeah, don't panic. I'm coming.
If I walk forward, would that make it take more points down, or do I just need to stand still and like?
You'll lose integrity no matter if you're moving fast or not. It's your suit just basically just losing its pressure. But if you are moving when he comes over to try and seal the hole, he will lose his +1 bonus.
Okay, no, I'll stand still then.
Okay. Okay, go for it. Make your roll then.
Okay, so I just negate that -1, don't I? Oh,
right, yeah.
My agility is poor. But I rolled 7.
Enough.
7. There we go. You sort of walk over quite casually, and then you sort of leave into your bucket, take out the sealant, sort of hold the suit head steady, put the flat of it like you're supposed to. You give it a squeeze, the top pops, sealant comes out like foam, and then immediately hardens, and then the warning, just beep beep beep. Then stops. Yeah. But you have lost.
You okay, Wicks?
It's a bit flustered.
Yeah. You okay, Wicks?
For every point of integrity you lose an hour's worth of oxygen. You've just lost 5 hours. So your suit use has gone from 12 hours down to 7 hours.
Oh. I said, are you okay, Wicks?
I'm fine. Just get on with the job. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. She's okay.
We're good to move on.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right. You sure you're okay, Wicks?
I'm fine. Let's get into this other ship. I've only got 7 hours left. We need to do this quick.
Yeah. You get to the ship. The cargo lift is down. The controls are all intact. But like I say, by the looks of it, the corner of the cargo bay it's not by much, probably by about maybe a metre or two, and it's bent. The corner's bent down, and it looks like something's jammed into the cargo bay door and basically tried to force it down. And it's bent down in such a way that when the actual cargo base, when the cargo lift goes up, it won't seal. So even if the cargo bay will go up, the controls are all on the green, and it's saying that it will work, but it won't seal when it actually gets to the ship. So it will be vacuum inside the cargo hold.
So, Rakis, is that going to cause us a problem when we? I mean, is there an airlock inside the ship that will, from the cargo bay?
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be all right when we get there. We'll have a look when we're in. If we have to seal it, then we can.
Should be able to. There should be the small version of the cans that you've got on your suits. There should be like heavy duty versions on board the vessel. If there's enough to seal a hole that big, that's a different question.
Okay. Well, we better hope that they didn't use any before they left.
I think they've gone. They're probably just in there dead.
All right, Chuckles. Let's go and find out, yeah?
Okay. You all going in?
Well, the more that I'll be able to, if they're dead, I'll be able to at least change my suit. If I, maybe.
You ever tried changing a suit in vacuum before?
Maybe. We might be able to, put
your
systems
eyes, you'll
back
be
on.
fine.
Cargo lift goes up, and as expected, it stops, but it doesn't seal. It leaves a hole about the size, but probably about a metre, half a metre to a metre wide, where the corner of the cargo lift is bent downwards. Now these things are built to take impacts, so whatever's bent this down is something of an industrial level. So something very, very powerful has done that.
Wow.
One of the actual struts as well is slightly bent out of shape, because by the looks of it, it bent down, and then it actually. Actual cargo lift itself is slightly off. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot of damage.
I mean, could it be that something was kind of on the edge of the cargo lift as it went up and caused it to?
Possibly. Yeah. But there's also signs of like the very corner is crushed, so it looks like something's, and the actual itself on the outside is all bent, so it looks like something's forced its way into the gap. We've got a good grip of it, and then
Are there any markings or scratching on? Or anything like that on that?
Only from what looks of it, the actual metal. Remember, this is the metal of the hull of a starship that's supposed to travel months in space. It looks like it's been scratched, and like there's a massive curled parts of the metal where it's been dragged back. Rakis, being an engineer, that would have to have been done by something. You only get that kind of equipment in scrapping yards. If a ship is put into dry dock, it's going to be stripped, or a whole section has to be taken away. There is equipment, engineering equipment, which will rip ships apart. That's the only thing that could do that to this lift on a vessel like this.
This wasn't done by accident. This has required some serious industrial action to get this. I didn't like to look at it, but we'll here go at fixing it and see how it happens.
There are loads of those canisters, sealing canisters all over the place. If you want to, you can spend time sort of getting hold of those and see if you can actually get it fixed.
Yeah. How long would I estimate that would take?
Oh, that's probably take about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You have to gather them.
Yeah. What do you think, Captain? What do you think? Should we do it?
An hour. I tell you what. Before we do anything, let me just jump over to the map. Before we do anything, literally through those doors, there's the engine room. I want you to get down to the engine room. I want to make sure that it's all fixed and it's all working. It's absolutely fine. I want to make sure that the ship is good to fly. Okay.
Absolutely, Captain. First priority. Okay. On my way.
Right. And then we'll worry about getting the hull sealed when we know that she can get up into the air.
So head off into the engine room.
You get up to the door.
Salvage job now, Skip? Is that the deal? Is this a salvage job?
Look, if everybody's dead and there's nobody on board, that makes the ship a legitimate salvage. It's an international space. Wayne and Echo have not come for it. We're here first, yeah? Salvage rights.
Is there any like computer terminals which I can try and log into like security?
Yeah, the best place to find that will be on the bridge.
Yeah, I'll head, Captain. I'm just going to head towards the bridge to check the security logs.
Yeah, no worries. In fact, hang on just 1 second. Wix, you wait with me just for a second. Freeman, you get to the bridge, find out what's going on. Cassidy, we're splitting the party. I do apologise. And Cassidy, you get to the medical base, see if there's any records about what's happened on this ship.
Yeah, sure. You want me to go look for survivors or anything while I'm there?
If you can find them, yeah, just have a bit of a route round and just sing out if you find anything.
Sure.
Wix, he sort of motions you over.
Yes, sir.
He goes and walks on, stands into the cargo lift. Look, we've been sent out here to pick up this ship, and I need to make sure that everything's on the level. Okay? We don't know what's happened here. We don't know what the situation is. But at the end of the day, this is legitimate salvage. Very legitimate salvage. You stand to make a lot of money out of this. Have you got my back if things go south? If there's a problem and we have to take care of it, have you got my back?
Yes,
sir. A lot of money involved, Wix. A lot of money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he sort of nods. Good. Keep the pistol handy. And as he's talking to you, just behind you, you see the hole in the corner. It's like a shadow sort of flick across it very, very slightly, as if something's moving.
Draw my gun out. I draw my gun out and go, Captain, move.
Yeah. Whoa! He sort of steps back. He thinks he's drawing the gun. You think you're drawing the gun on him. Whoa! I'm not asking for anything untoward.
And I go and stick my head and look through the gap, like film style, like.
Yeah. Well, the gap, like I say, it's about 1/2 metre to 1 metre.
Yeah.
You sort of walk over and sort of look down. You can see that there's dust settling, like something moved on the planetoid surface a little while ago. It's slowly settling, but there's nothing else out there.
Okay, really stupid question.
Yeah.
Is it dark out there?
No, it's as light as it is on the picture. Let me just go. Oh, it's not working. There we go. Yeah, it says as light as you can see there. Yeah. What's wrong? What's going on?
Something just. I look. Can I see anything?
You can't see a thing.
I thought I saw something.
Okay, you're making me jump now.
I must have been imagining it.
Nice.
Well, I must have imagined it, but we need to get this door shut. I think quick.
And that's when you make a strength roll. Can you roll a d6? It's going to be quite easy. Just roll a d6 and add your strength bonus.
Yeah. Partial success.
Gotcha. Suddenly, a shadow comes again, just as you're moving away. A shadow again moves across that hole in the corner, and then something comes through it. It's like the whole ship just rocks, like something slams into the bottom of it. You get knocked sideways. The captain's like, "What the f?" And next thing you know, something's come up through. You can't quite tell what it is, but it looks like a giant sort of grabbing claw. It comes smashing through the hole and wraps around the captain's waist. It sort of turns him around. He's like, "Jesus Christ!" He starts shouting. He's got his hands in his
shoot it! Get a gun out, shoot it!
You get your gun out, start shooting. You roll a d6, add your agility score, and also add your +2 for security.
Agility
plus security skill and a d6.
I did. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Great shot. You pull off the shots. It hits whatever. What it looks like is something really. It looks like rendered flesh. Whatever's just come through there, and it's like there's drags of it hanging off like wet paper, and it's disgusting. It's sort of wrapped in sort of muscle and all sorts. It's just absolutely disgusting as it comes blasting through whatever it is. You pull off the shot and it goes straight into it, but instead of it going to flesh, you hear a ping like a ricochet bullet, like it's hitting metal, and the bullet itself just shoots off in a completely different direction. I want you to roll a d6 and not roll a 1, please.
No, last time you said that I rolled a 1.
I know, life shit. Roll the dice.
2. It's not a 1. It's a 2.
Okay, the bullet goes blasting off, smacks into a corner. There's a shower of sparks as it hits something, and the thing then just literally just spins the captain around, sort of face, and it just pulls him down towards the hole. He's like, "No, get this fucking thing off!"
I grab onto the captain.
You grab onto him, but it's literally just pulling him through this 1/2 metre thing hole, and he starts screaming. You can hear this whole cracking noise.
I'll try and shoot it again.
Shoot it again. Pull off his shots. Roll a d6.
Just a d6.
D6 plus your agility.
Oh, agility.
No, so yeah, D6 plus your agility plus your security level. point
Yeah,
blank.
I've
Actually,
done that. It's
but,
just.
yeah,
I'll try. Oh, there we go. Oh,
yeah. Oh, great shot! Fantastic shot. You pull off the shots, and you think you can see like a really important part of it, where there's a massive bit of muscle wrapped around the joints. You sort of shoot straight into that, but again, there's a pinging noise, like a ricochet. And as that piece of muscle explodes underneath it, you see like a big metal sort of pivot point, like you get on like a mechanical arm, and it goes into that, ricochets off, and that's when you roll another d6. Don't roll one. The shot literally just goes dangerously close past your helmet as the captain slammed belly first into the hole. He's sort of reaching out for you, going, "No, God, help me!" And you can hear this horrible cracking noise, and he's literally pulled belly first through this half-meter long hole, so that his heels come up to meet with the back of his helmet, and then he's literally he's pulled down to the helmet stops. The whole helmet literally just explodes with blood, and then the whole thing just goes out, and then you're just left panting on the floor with bits of helmet and suits, so splashes of blood, which are slowly settling down in the 40% G atmosphere, with the gun still sort of smoking in your hand, and that's when you make a pressure roll.
Yeah, dead bodies.
I just turn round on comms and go, "Yeah, Captain's dead."
It's cool as a cucumber.
Well, I've heard any of this from
What?
engineering because it's close.
Well, the thing is, all you guys have heard as you're all sort of going off and doing different things, all you can hear is some of the captain start screaming, and then in the distance you hear like a muffled. Well, it's a gunshot, but sort of, as heard through a pressure suit. Yeah. And then he's screaming again, "Get this thing off me!" And then there's this horrible crunching sound of like a shattering. Then everything just goes quiet. Then the comm just goes.
No, I run through. And I'm like, Wix, what's going on?
But he needs to get down here pretty quick. Something's just grabbed the captain and dragged him through the hole. He's dead.
Wix, I've just come through engineering and I'm half a meter away from you. What's wrong? Turn round. Look at me. Look in the eyes.
I just turn around and there's. Has the body gone completely, or is it just like blood splashed everywhere?
There's blood splashed everywhere. The helmet literally exploded, or whatever it done to him as it dragged him through the hole.
What did you do? What happened to him?
Something grabbed him from the outside, and it's just shot him through. Step away from the door. Do not go near that gap.
I will do as you suggest. That
and back away.
Sensible. I'll go back to engineering and close the door.
No, you will. You need to shut that door. We need to seal that door.
Every door that's marked in red on the ship is lockable.
Okay.
Oh.
Where are we then? Number 7. Are we in number 7?
Just come to engineering. Wix, come to engineering with me just now. We'll talk to the others and let them know what's going on. Come in, and I drag her into engineering and lock the door.
Yeah. Got ya. Close the door, it slams shut. At this point, Freeman, you're up in the cockpit. You literally just walked into the bridge. Yep. You were sitting down and started flicking switches, trying to get power to the helmsman's console. Excuse me. And but yeah.
Is there any security monitors that I can see?
No, these aren't fitted with security monitors. There's no surveillance equipment on board these vessels. A lot of research vessels don't have them, mainly because of the fact that they don't want you to see what they're working on. So it's, but yeah, you sort of sit down, and that's when you can hear the commotion over the headset. There's lots of shouting, and the ship rocks as well at some point, very, very slightly.
Ooh. Is there any sensors on the ships that would indicate outside sensors?
Yeah, absolutely. The sensors in this can only detect what they can see and general readouts. It's not like sort of Star Trek lifeform sensors. But you do pick up the captain's ID chip, and it's basically moving at a hell of a rate, heading off towards the mountains that surround the crater. Fortunately, where you are in the cockpit, you can't see out the window in the direction that it's going, but it's probably moving about 30, maybe 35 kilometers an hour.
I'm going to try and turn on as much power as I can, and then I'm going to head back to the others.
Right, got you.
And make like a brief assessment of the ship.
You switch the ship on, you start powering the ship up. Meanwhile, in engineering, Rakish, you've just pulled Wix into the engineering room and then closed the door. Suddenly, all the lights come on, and you see the engines suddenly start to power up as somebody in the bridge has obviously activated the engines, and that's when you make an engineering roll.
Quick, so you alright?
I'm fine. There's obviously something out there. It's
Well,
a creature.
A D6 plus your education plus your engineering, so +2. Yeah, excellent. You sort of see the engine as you're talking to Wex. You sort of see the engines come on, but then you notice that the power flow converters have been removed, sealed, which basically means the power's got nowhere to go. So if somebody turns the engines on and powers the ship up, it's going to overload the engines and blow you all to hell. Somebody sabotaged it.
Fucking hell. What the hell's been going on here? This is most out of order. We can't get this bloody ship working.
Loads of warning lights start coming on. Freeman in the cockpit, loads of warning lights start coming on, saying power flow interrupted.
Oh.
You hear far off in the belly of the ship, you can hear an alarm sounding.
I immediately go on the comms to Freeman. Freeman, whatever you do, do not power up the engines or we're all going to fucking smithereens, my man.
Freeman will immediately stop powering up the engines and everything.
Okay, there's a few sparks in the engine room. And the alarms start warbling. But yeah, you switch off the engines, they start to power down. But yeah, basically what they've done is they've taken out the converters, which basically it converts the power flow from the engine to the thrusters. And if you take out the converters, there's nowhere for the power to go. And without the proper safeguards, the power will build up and then finally just find a way to release itself, which is usually out through the shielding casing, which is not a very pretty sight, basically.
Done this on purpose.
For definite.
It's been deliberate. Everybody, I think we should.
I need to go and find the security logs. Someone must have logged what happened here.
At this point in time, I'm more worried about getting back home on our ship. If the thing that's done this to this ship is out there, then it's going towards ours right now.
And that thing's outside the ship, so maybe somebody might have reported something, would give us intel on how to get out of here. I used a good word.
I'll keep on working.
Whatever we do, we need to.
Have I done everything? Have I done everything I can in here? Then is everything kind of as best as it can be, and I've assessed the situation sufficiently?
Yeah. Other than the converters, the engines should be working absolutely fine. There is nothing in here which indicates there's any problems with the engines.
Okay. So I know we need to find the converters, right? Got you.
Meanwhile, on his own, Cassidy is moving for the ship. So basically, which room, after leaving the cargo room, which room do you want to go to first?
Right. I think I'm curious actually, because as to why these people were actually here in the first place. So I think one of the labs that might be here. That's on my way, right? I think I will check one of those first. Now, I'm looking for survivors as well, of course, or bodies if there's nobody that survived. And that's so. Yeah, I'm heading for the nearest lab first. Okay, so you choose which one for A, B, C, D, E, or F. I think we'll go for E, 4E to start with, as it's close to the bay where we are, right? Yeah. Yeah, you sort of go in. The door still shut behind you. The cacophony is sort of cacophony, even how we pronounce it. Yeah. All the shit's sort of calmed down a little bit. So you sort of walk in there, and it's very, very dark. There's loads of equipment in here which basically researches soil samples. So there's loads of tubes. There's sort of enclosed case things. You put your hands in the gloves and go inside, and all sorts. Yes. And there's loads of test tubes all wrapped up, and monitors and scanners and all sorts. But the thing that sticks out the most is the cloaked figure standing in the very middle of the room. His back turned to you. And when I say cloaked, it's like a monk's cowl. Standing in the middle of the room, staring at a monitor. It's quite a large person, probably a good about 6'2", and not moving an inch. And all you can see, when you walk in, the lights are broken, so the lights are supposed to come on automatically, but they're just flickering. And yeah, all you can see is the shadow just standing there in front of you, with his back turned to you. You okay? Are you hurt? Do you need medical help? The head just sort of turns very, very, very slightly, and then slowly the person sort of turns around. Meanwhile, in the cockpit, Freeman. Yes. Yeah. Basically, you've shut everything down. Yep. Under instruction. So, what is it you want to do now?
I'm gonna head back towards engineering to find out what's going on.
Gotcha. You sort of you sort of get out your seat, and then there's a thump. And the ship shakes with a massive thump, and it's like it's come from directly above you where the air vents are. So the air vents are about that big, so there's nothing inside it. But yeah, it feels like basically it's just slammed something. It's literally just landed on top of the ship. And the whole ship reverberates. In fact, everybody feels that. Everybody hears that. You feel it as well in the Cassidy, in that lab. The whole ship sort of vibrates slightly. In fact, the figure sort of stops half turn as that shock wave travels through the ship. And it's like a thump, like when you hear somebody walking upstairs and stamping their feet on purpose.
Yeah,
sort of like that.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you can all hear it now.
Moving back towards the rear of the ship, or is it moving forward?
It's heading forwards as if it's going to get to the glass.
Everybody move! Something's back. He's back. I'm just going to say it. Quite not as cool as before on the comms thing. Everybody, it's back. Get into somewhere safe. Get into somewhere safe.
It's on the roof. It's on the roof.
But it's more than that, because
get
as
away
you're looking, a shadow falls across the top of the glass of the cockpit, and that same claw slams down onto the glass. And the glass itself, you see a massive spiderweb crab. Crab? Crack. It's all doing all that. There's a crack all the way down the glass as it slams into the top of it. It reverberates, and all these pressurization warnings starts going off.
Oh no!
What would you like to do?
Shit.
Get out of there.
Okay. You sort of turn and to get out. You sort of head towards the door. You sort of get to the door, just as the actual glass itself shatters. You can hear it all over the car. I don't know, Freeman. Are you saying anything?
I'm on the things here. It's hit the cockpit. It's breaking the glass.
Get out!
It goes.
Get out of the door!
The pressurization alarm goes off, and what happens with depressurization alarms is that all the doors close and seal. You haven't quite got to the door yet. As you start barreling towards the door, just as you get to the door, that's when the alarm goes off, and you are going to have to make a agility roll. And your DC is going to be 16. Manage to get through the door.
I've still got -1 because I'm in my spacesuit, right?
That's right, yeah. You sort of get there. It's a partial success, which means you only just made it. So you managed to get through the door. The door closes on your boot, and it literally goes slamming down to the ground. The door stops, and an alarm starts going off. Starts saying, "Please clear obstruction, very politely." But yeah, it stops you on your boots, and then you can hear something like metal being rendered. Well, you can't hear it actually. Now you're in a pressure suit, but you can actually see the metal sort of being bent backwards. The frame of the ship being bent backwards by something powerful outside. Meanwhile, Cassidy, the figure sort of turns around completely and looks directly at you. Straight away, you can see that it's a synthetic automaton. It's not real. It's a synthetic human. It's Sam. But what's weird about this thing is, it shouldn't have any. It should be bald. It shouldn't have any eyebrows. It shouldn't look like it's got rubber skin. By the looks of it, it's drawn on eyebrows with probably a marker pen or something. It's got bits of flesh stuck to its rubber skin all over. It's hanging off, and there's like a tongue which is hanging outside of its mouth because it's far too big for it. And the cowl sort of pulled, and he's actually wearing the cowl with his hands in the sleeves like a monk. He turns around and sees you, opens up his hands, and again it's like he's put somebody's skin on, like the hands like gloves. He sort of holds out his hands and he says, "Have you come for absolution?" That's when you make a pressure roll.
I certainly do.
Freeman, you make a pressure roll too, please.
Yep.
I don't think. Did that even show up? I don't know if it showed up. I failed that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I had to press mine twice.
Yeah. You get a 1 to your pressure level, please, Cassidy.
Yeah.
Freeman, can you roll against you? Yeah. It's a pressure level roll.
Oh,
yeah.
Pressure. Is that the
pressure bonus? I think. Sorry, you might need
bonus,
to. Yeah, on the sheet, it's pressure bonus. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. So you both get 1 on your pressure level.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm staggering back away from this thing, and then I guess that's when all the ship starts to shake. Is this?
Yeah. The whole ship is just vibrating and shaking.
Yeah.
In the engine room, the alarms are going off because apparently, by the looks of things, the cockpit's been breached.
That doesn't sound good at all. Wix, go over there and pull that lever, and I'll go over here and I'll pull this one. And these dials, what's it look like? What's happening?
If you can do, you should be able to close a blast shield. There should be a blast shield that closes down over the windows automatically. But by the looks of it, it started to close, but then somebody ripped them off.
As far as I can tell, there's no blast shields. Whoever, I hope that Wix got out, otherwise he's going to be pretty much space dust very soon. When I can override some of the door locks, I think. I'll have a go at that and see if we can get out into the cargo hold, and maybe from there we can assess the situation. But it's gone a wee bit Pete Tong, as they used to say in the old days.
300 years ago. So Pete Tong's still alive at this point, by the way. He's a head in the jar. So if you, Freeman, if you can make me an agility roll, because what's happened is this claw is now literally come smashing through the top, and it's literally probing around from where you were. Whatever is out there, it's like reaching in, just trying to find out, like a cat reaching into a can. So yeah, it reaches in. So can you please roll an agility roll? Basically, you're rolling it against its attack of a sorts.
Yeah, he failed.
It's a fail.
5.
You rolled a 5, so that's going to be its target number, and it rolls. Rolled 3, so it misses. So yeah, it's literally just grabbing around, trying to grab hold of you, but obviously you're not there. That is when Rakis in engineering. That's when you sort of open. You said about releasing the doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I was waiting to get out into the cargo hold, so I had to release the doors.
Brilliant. So you roll. Well, you sort of press a few switches and override the doors. Freeman, the door suddenly opens, and your boot's free.
Oh, thank God. Freeman will make a run down the ship, heading back toward the others.
Make an agility roll, and as long as you... no, don't worry about it. You go pegging down that corridor. It's still in there. You can hear it smashing the crap out of the bridge, and an entire seat gets ripped out and chucked across the room as it's just tearing it apart in there. Cassidy, this Sam is walking towards you. As it's walking towards you, you can actually see where it's obviously stripped out somebody's muscles and veins and has wrapped them around its arms. And as it's moving forward, it sort of reaches out to you. Some of the veins are snapping as it's sort of reaching out, and it's inserted wherever it was fingernails and fold them down like their claws. And it's sort of walking towards you, and it's looking at you. By the looks of it, it's ripped open its own voice box. That's why it sounds strange. And it's going, absolution!
I'm crawling away. I think I've kind of stumbled backwards, and I'm kind of crawling away from it towards the door, and I'm just shouting, where are you? Who are you?
You hear him shouting. You've fallen back at this point, and you've gone back into the cargo room. You've opened those doors, Rakis. The doors have opened, and yeah, you both go piling out into the cargo room. Wix, what you see is Cassidy staggering backwards on his arse, and this Sam, this thing dripping with, well, not even dripping, it's all dried because it's basically freeze dried in this atmosphere. It's sort of just walking out with his hands out. Just basically looks like he wants to give him a big hug. So what is it that you want to do? Taking a shot?
Who's this that's seen this? Was it Wix, was it?
Wix, yeah.
Yeah.
I just try and grab him. I try and grab him out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. You grab him and you put him back, and it sort of looks up and sees you, and it sort of sees you, and it sees Rakis as well sort of come out, and at that point suddenly Freeman sort of bursts into the room as well, sort of sees you all, and he sort of approximates a smile, and it holds up its hands, it holds out its arms, and it says, more for the stars.
What the fuck is that?
Everybody make pressure rolls, please.
Everybody click on pressure bonus, I think is the...
Yeah.
How did I fail a roll of 6?
Oh my God, did we all just fail?
Yeah.
I rolled a 6
add
and I
one to your
failed.
pressure level. You did. Yeah. You suck, man. That's why.
Yeah.
Is there a -1 on it?
No, it's all just straightforward pressure bonuses. So yes, you'll get a +1.
I'm at pressure level 2 here, so do I need to roll?
Too.
Yes, you roll a d6 against the pressure level.
So
Yeah,
I failed.
so
That's the first one
I
I
just-
failed. So I put
You
a
can just
box.
click pressure level then,
Yeah.
Andy.
You get 1 point pressure level, yeah.
Okay, we're okay. We're okay.
Okay, you okay? Right, yeah, you're okay
Yeah.
for now. You're slightly
Yeah.
shaken, but you're okay. As it sort of walks forward, it's obviously trying to approximate this smile, and that's when it pulls out a gun.
Wait.
What?
It's got a gun. Let's move it out. What? Where
Yeah,
can we?
I just shout for Wix. Wix.
I grab Cassidy.
Yeah.
Who's still kind of stumbling. I got 13 against the pressure, so I'm assuming that I'm still reasonably with it.
Oh, no, you're fine then.
I-
Yeah, you're good.
And I grab Cassidy and I go up the corridor towards one of the doors that's open. 4D. I was like, Cassidy, come on, man, let's go.
And I'm just gonna go because I'm shit scared at the moment.
And
I'm
I'm
grab
going
the
out.
suit.
I try. Can I? What do I know? Can I shoot inside this thing?
Absolutely, they
It's
take
not
damage just like a
pressure,
normal
yeah.
person.
I'm going to try and shoot it.
Okay. The difficulty to hit it, because he's on the screen there, so yeah, difficulty to hit it is 6. So it's a agility, remember you -1 for your agility, plus a d6 and plus your security roll, which is, of course, is 2.
So I just put. Okay. Oh, pants.
No, it's a hit.
Oh, success! It's a success.
Yeah. So you hit it, and then, excuse me, I do apologise. Roll a d6, and you can't roll higher than 3, so you can roll 1, 2, or 3. The higher the better. Just roll a straightforward d6. The full 3
4.
points of damage. Well, you're going to take it out, so you decide where you shoot it.
I shoot it in the head.
Okay, you pull out your gun. It's still got this stupid smile on its face. Its arms are out, except it's waving a revolver in the right hand. And yeah, you sort of pull your gun out. You take aim, pull off the shot. Goes into its nose, blows the back of its head off, and wires and bits of pasta fly in all sorts of different directions. It sort of staggers back slightly, staggers forwards, and just slams down to the ground. Sort of twitches a couple of times and then stops. Now you notice that as it was moving towards you, above you heard this slamming sound. Obviously, given at what was happening in the cockpit, and was slamming its way down towards the back down towards the cargo hold. As soon as this thing dies and hits the ground, it stops. You hear a slow scrape. Then it sort of thumps to the side of the ship. Then the ship rocks as if something springboards off it. Then it goes quiet.
Everybody, stay quiet.
And I'm already shouting at Rakis. What the hell was that thing? What the
Shut
hell was
up!
that
Be
thing?"
quiet.
Come down and say, look, the door's shut. I've shut that. So we went into 4D.
In 4D, yeah, you got in, closed the door behind you. You're locking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lock it. And that's when you hear the sound behind you. The dark. And that's where we'll take a break, actually, I think.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We're at 9:30.
Yep.
So shall we reconvene in, 10 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
that sounds like a good idea.
10-minute break.
For some strange reason, I need the toilet.
No, that's fine. So
Fantastic.
we'll take a quick 10-minute break. After the break, we will be giving away the first PDF copy of the giveaway. So if you are interested and you want a copy of this amazing game, do put ! giveaways, and we will be announcing the first winner straight after this break. Back in a moment, guys. Bye.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
I
Did you
think
get
they
it?
did. I
Did you
think
get
they
it?
did. Oh, right. Can I just say, right, staff warning right now. This is not a challenge to see how close you can get it.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Let's
Hey,
have
what
the
did
poll
me
box
this
tonight.
time?
It's come a game now, isn't it? It's like bogies. It's who can say the last one.
It wasn't me this
Someone
time.
drop the seat bomb. That's what I can say.
Yeah, that's
Tourette's-
true. That's
Tourette's
the whistle.
chicken.
Oh, Tourette's
God.
chicken. That's excellent. Brilliant.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've all got a nice cup of tea or a coffee if you're American. Biscuits galore, packet of crisps, your popcorn, whatever you need to get you through this last bit. Personally, I think we're all on pacemakers.
Yeah.
I think
Valium.
I think this is. I don't know. I don't know whether this is more escalated quicker than last weekend's Mutants and Masterminds game at the moment. Because we pretty much from the get go, I think we've been failing this one. So yeah, if you
that's all on you, man. You know that.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. We're about to do the first giveaway for a copy of the PDF for those dark places. I keep wanting to say these dark places, but it's not. If you want to quickly get in, you need to put !giveaway. That is your last opportunity, and I'm about to push the button in 2 seconds, and we will be finding out our first winner, which will be... Congratulations to Superwolf Leo!
Yeah.
Well done. Ange will get in contact with you after the show to sort out your free copy of those dark places. Congratulations.
My question is, why haven't you already got it?
Yeah.
Why haven't you already got it? God. And now we expect to see it on your stream, sir.
Damn right.
Yeah, we do.
If you are still interested, we will be giving one more copy away at the very end of tonight's stream, regardless of whether or not we all die or live. So if you have already put your exclamation mark to enter the giveaway, don't worry, you're still in it. You don't need to do it again, but if you do wish to join, make sure you do that before the end of the show.
Does that mean Superwolf can end up winning a second copy?
Don't think he'll win a second copy. I'm pretty sure he's now excluded.
Okay, just checking.
I hope so. It'd be awkward if he's not.
Yeah. What's better than one copy
Yeah.
of those dark places? 2 copies
He's lurking. I'm messaging.
of those dark places.
Yep.
I've got 4 copies upstairs.
Show off. You a collector.
Yeah. This is not a sick wagging contest.
really,
Yeah. So, without further ado, we'll get straight back into the game. So, handing straight back over to the amazing John Higgs.
Right, Rakis and Cassidy, I'll deal with you in a minute. So, Freeman and Wicks, you got yourselves into the cargo area.
Mm-hmm.
See, Rakis and Cassidy disappeared up the cargo, up the main corridor. Are we on that on the foundry? Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the moment, you pair are standing in the cargo bay. So yeah, the sound of the thumping over the hull. I say the whole ship rocked as if something had thumped onto it, and then everything just went quiet. All you can hear is the soft hiss of escaping gases, an alarm humming somewhere in the distance, and the engine thumbing like a distant heartbeat. What is it you want to do?
We're
We
out
need-
we need to. Are the computers accessible?
Oh, you broke up on me a bit then. Say that again.
Are the computers accessible?
Yeah, probably in the bridge where you can't get to now because the doors are sealed.
Okay.
But there should be computers in the laboratories.
Freeman, we need to find out what we've got here, but we need to be quiet. It seems to be following noise. That's a wild assumption, but that's the only thing I'm going with right now.
It's just tore at the bridge. If we need to get out of here, we need to get back to our own ship. There's no way we're
It's
taking off
outside.
this
It's
ship
going to
now.
follow us, so we need to have some. We need to know some information on what's going on. Is there another place in the ship that we can get access to the computer terminals?
May be able to do via the engine room, but I doubt it.
From your knowledge of starships there, Freeman, the best place is probably going to be in one of the bunk rooms, because the first thing you do when you wake up is to make sure the systems and the ship's working properly. So there's going to be something in the bunk room. One of the bunk rooms, anyway.
There may be an access port in the forward bunk rooms, but I didn't check them out. But they are close to where that monster is. But yeah. Where are the others?
Yeah.
I
You didn't
shut
see
up.
they disappeared up the corridor, but you didn't see where they went.
Well, we need to find the others and let them know where we're going. And I try and speak to them. Guys, where are you?
Inside the laboratory, you hear the sound behind you, or you feel that presence, and the lights are flickering. It's very, very dark in there. And when you turn around, just as you hear Wix's voice saying, "Guys, where are you?" You turn around, and in the darkness, there is a figure. very, very. It's just in the corner, and they look like they're on the table, all curled up with their knees up on the chest in a ball. And you see they've got what looks like a dazer in one hand.
I get the door and unlock it while I'm keeping a firm eye on them. And I'm unlocking the door. And just pulling it open ever so slightly, just so there's a bit of light coming in.
Yeah, you sort of turn it. There's a as the locks go, and the ship vibrates very, very slightly, and then the door slowly moves open. The light sort of comes in, and what you've got in the corner, in a vac suit, not a spacesuit, is a very bedraggled, very terrified-looking person. It's a young man. Strangely enough, looks exactly like Captain Harper, who's just been dragged out and killed.
Oh.
In fact, it's the spitting image, except for the fact he's got a bit of a soul patch, a bit of a beard coming down. In the back suit, he's got the taser. The taser's unloaded. You can see usually a taser has little needles coming out where you see the darts are. And he sort of shakily brings it up to hold it, but it's just not loaded. And he looks absolutely terrified. And by the looks of it as well, he's actually jury-rigged his helmet at the airline into an airline wall, so he's got a permanent supply of oxygen.
Right.
So he can't hear us because he's not on our comms.
That's right.
So I guess put up our hands, just empty hands.
You can see his finger going on the trigger, but of course the gun's just not firing.
And I guess we see that.
Yeah.
And walk towards him and walk up.
As you start walking towards him, I need you to make a charisma roll. So roll a d6 and add your charisma score.
Ooh.
7.
Extremely well done. Yeah. As you sort of walk towards him, he sort of looks at you. He's sort of staring into your bowl helmet. You see that you're human. He sort of drops the taser, slowly climbs off the actual side. You see there's empty food packets and sort of a knackered water recycler. The water, but it's brown now, so God knows. And he sort of comes towards you and he puts his hands out on the suit and he very slowly puts his arms around you and holds onto you. And you can actually feel his body shaking as he's sobbing. Meanwhile, back in the cargo hold. Oh, sorry, go on, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, can I see him when he's close up? He's against. What's he got on? He hasn't got one of our suits on. He's got.
No, it's just like almost like a bicycle helmet. Sorry, bicycle helmet, a motorbike helmet, not a bicycle helmet. It'll be dead.
So
but it's like a motorbike helmet. Yeah. But as his helmet touches yours, you get like a proper connection, and you can actually hear him crying.
Yeah,
and all you can hear him he's saying, "Are you real? Are you real?"
And I just try and offer him comfort and just try and talk him down and just sort of spend a bit of time doing that.
He starts to calm. Meanwhile, in here as well, I should say, there's loads and loads of equipment. It's like bioorganics. So whatever the experiments and whatever they work on in here has a lot to do with bioorganics. They should just said it out loud in English. So there's loads and loads of equipment. So
right, okay, that's interesting.
Incredibly so. Meanwhile, back in the cargo bay.
Are the comms like in these suits? Like, can we hear people all the time, or do you have to like press something for your voice, or do you?
It's completely up to you. You can have private channels, you can have separate channels, or you can have an open channel so you can talk to everybody.
As it's the sounds that we've said so far, I think we're on open, aren't we? Really? We've been hearing. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's standard procedure in spacesuits. Everybody needs to hear each other so they know what's going on.
Okay, that's all. I didn't understand that. So me and Freeman are there. I've just said to them, "Right, guys, what's going on?" I could hear them going, "Calm down, calm down." And I'm like, "Who are you talking to? What's going on? Anybody?"
There's somebody here. They're still alive.
Is it one of those synth things?
Survivor?
No. It looks like a survivor. I don't know. Rake is speaking to him at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
Try and get what information you can. We're walking up to the bunk rooms to try and access the computers.
What happened? Where's the synth? Where's the synth gone?
Gone. We've sorted it. It's dead.
What was it doing?
We didn't stop to ask. We haven't got time. I've only got
we need to
a
keep the
certain amount
volume
of time
down.
in my suit.
We think this thing is attracted by noise.
So try and move slowly and quietly. And whisper. But I won't whisper on this mic because you won't hear me. So I am whispering.
We need to get back to our ship. But I think we're going to need a decoy to make sure this thing doesn't follow us back and destroy us before we get a chance to warm up the engines.
Dave, what are you doing, Dave? No.
I'm afraid you can't do that, Dave.
Dave said the ship will blow if we turn it on. Maybe there's a way we could slow down the sequence and automate it and have the ship cause us a distraction once we've left.
I know. Stand back a little bit just from the guy who is going to say, we need to find the converters. We need to find the converters. They look like they're big boxes. They've got red stripes on them. They've got a couple of wires coming out the back. You can't miss them. They've got orange nuggets on the end of them. Just look for them. You'll find them. No problem.
Okay, we're gonna head to the bunks and see if we can access the comms and logs and that, and see if we can find out what they did with them.
Okay, which bunk room do you want to go into? 2A or 2B?
Ooh, 2A or 2B?
2B or not?
2B.
Yeah, do you want to go into 2B or not 2B?
Let's go to 2A, just to be difficult.
We'll go to 2A.
But,
Yeah.
point, as security officer, I'm going to do the whole open the door and peep in.
Roll into the room.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing any of that.
Oh,
So,
right.
like, sort of like, open the door and then before, not step in, sort of like, I don't know, peep round somehow.
Okay, but when the door opens, automatically the lights come on. You see the long sleep pods, there's 4 of them in this room, and they're all open, all against the one wall, all flat, all the lids are open. And yeah, there's a pair of slippers next to one, there's a half-empty, still, frozen cup of coffee next to another. So yeah, and the room just looks like it's just not being used. There's a thin layer of dust, sort of sparkling dust over everything, because the temperature's just through the floor, so everything's pretty much frozen.
Would we know how many crew there would have been?
On a standard research vessel, this would have been 8.
Right.
You would have had 3 people in charge of the vessel, and everybody else would have been scientists and
Right.
crew. Yeah. So
I would say the room's clear.
and he's in the corner is a computer terminal. Wants to access it.
Freeman's going to try. Although I suppose it is more. Yeah, sure, Freeman.
Okay, so it's an education roll, so a D6 plus your education score. Pick a standard difficulty.
Ooh, easy peasy.
excellent.
Yeah, he's just like...
Yeah, you go into the yeah, he's gone. He's playing games and all sorts. He's just downloaded BitTorrent. So now you go on to it. He basically just starts clicking away. It's it's an easy enough system. You come across plenty of these before, and yeah, it's locked, but yeah, you can easily get past that. It's a really basic. It's just a company computer.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you go into it, and the first thing that comes up is a series of video logs, and all the video logs is basically from the crew, and they're doing different. They're basically just doing survey. They've been going to different systems. There's been 4 systems in 2 years, which is just incredible. Most vessels will stay in a system for 8 to 12 months. They've been jumping in and out of systems, staying there for 4 months, jumping to the next system.
Mm-hmm.
But they've done a really rapid progression of surveys, because a lot of systems they're going into are just completely useless. And then the system next to this one, about 8 light years away, is when they picked up a signal. And the signal itself was human in origin, and basically it was asking if anybody wanted absolution. The signal was just broadcast short range, and they're like, "Where's that coming from?" And and one of the records is basically the captain of the vessel is there. What the hell's going on? I mean, we come out here for absolution. I mean, what the hell's out there? So, well, as you know, company policy says, if you hear anything, if it's a distress. Well, I don't know if it's a distress call. What the hell's absolution? We want us to go there and have a cup of tea with them. What's rescuing the rest? I don't even know what this means. So, anyway, it's company policy, and it's of course there's a way to anchor ships. I can't say no to another company ship. So, yeah. 3 months off course, so off we go. We're going to go and check this signal out. Absolute waste of everybody's mother and time. And basically, and he goes on to a bit of a rant about company policy and bonuses. And then there's going to be a few more video things, and there's literally just people in the engine room going, "Yeah, we've just done a double check. When we come to the system, we're going to have a 4-day slowdown. We'll keep the engines idling. I don't think we're going to be here for much longer. I just can't wait to get back to Stratford Station. It's just absolutely ridiculous out here. So boring." And basically, that's basically the entire thing. But then, the one face that appears on there is it's Harper, or at least the Harper that's on this ship, not your captain. It's not going well, bro. It's not going well at all. It's not what we thought it was. I mean, you think, don't you? You think, and you give them special orders, and then you're told, "Oh, let's all go out and make ourselves some extra money, knock some years off the retirement." It's just not what you thought it was. And we've come out here and go out there, and dude, it's all gone to shit. You've got to come and help me, man. You've got to come and help me. I'll be there in a minute. What noise? And it just clicks off. That was the last one. There's no other records. Nobody left any kind of video record. The ship systems tell you that there was a horrendous breach in the cargo area, probably about 4.5 months ago. Horrendous breach. Yeah, that's it. And the ID chips on the records. The crew are literally scurrying all around the ship. And if you follow the track, the ID chips, all little red dots on the Pericles map, all running into one room, and then one winks out, and then they'll all run to the next room, and then they split up, and 2 more wink out, and then one is sort of then moved down to the cargo area, and then outside the ship, and disappears out of scanner range. So it all happened in a matter of like an hour and a half. That was it.
Can I check the logs to see before we came in who the last person in the engine room was?
The last person, according to the ID chip, the last person in the engine room was Harper, or at least the person that looks like Harper.
I'll radio into the others. Check the logs. There's nothing helpful here to indicate where the engine parts will be, but it says that this Harper guy was the last person in the engine. Maybe he knows.
Aye, well, that's who I'm talking to. Got him right here.
Harper's calmed down a lot actually now. He's sat on a chair, and he's calmed down a lot. He's literally white. His eyes are sunk. He's been breathing recycled oxygen through a helmet for 3 months or so. So you can't even imagine what that must do to a person.
When I've been talking
of a sort, yeah. When he's talking, he obviously hasn't talked for a long time, so his voice is extremely husky.
I chip in on the conversation. What does he look like? Look, I've seen a picture of him on this video screen. He looks a bit like
our captain.
Captain.
I think Cassidy's probably calmed down a little bit too by now, and I'll go over to this Harper that's in the room with us, and I'll ask him, "Are you hurt? What happened?"
I think I've got a bit of poisoning, possibly according to my last med scan, because of the recycled water. One of the feed tubes got caught up in it. My shit's been going back into the recycler for 2 days. I didn't even realise it. So I've got a feeling that I'm going to need shitloads of antibiotics when I get out of here.
Have I got anything that I can help him with?
Oh God, yeah, you've got shitloads of antibiotics.
I'm going to use them.
Yeah. There's a little sort of plunger on the suit. It's like you can put a needle in, and they'll insert it automatically. The way these things are designed to administer quite quickly. So
okay, I'll do that.
What ship are you come on? What ship are you here on? A rescue ship? Are you waiting?
Yes, RV for Danza.
Danza! Bobby, is Bobby with you? Did you get my message?
Captain Harper is not with us anymore. The thing got him. Whatever it is, it's outside. What is that thing? And what's going on with the synths on this ship?
No, stop. No. What do you mean the thing got him?
We
the
came
fucking
here.
Thing got him. What do you mean it got him?
He dragged us here looking for you, and when we were standing, wondering what we were gonna do, a big, scary, screaming thing got shot at by our first security officer, and she was going mad over the comms, and she said that it took him and it broke his body. What is going on here, son?
Oh my God! It's picked up your ID chips. That's why I cut mine out. I had to cut my ID chip out. It tracks you by ID chips.
Holy shit! Where are the rest of the crew?
It tracked them down, and then when it forced the cargo bolt open, it let in those bloody synth things. We're not the first ship that's come here. We're not the first ship that's answered the distress signal.
Wait a minute,
it takes people and it strips them and it dresses them, and they're waiting for the creator. Apparently, they're waiting for some sort of god to come and take them for absolution. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Cassidy, can you remove our chips from the suits? Is that something that?
I mean, I
Your
assume
chips,
it's they're carrying.
your chips are either inserted into you, you can actually have them biologically implanted, or you can have them separate as a card. Now, I think I know what you're all going to say. It's completely up to you how you carry them. If you want,
all
you
of
can
ours,
run
all of ours are inserted. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they're actually inserted into the skin. People usually put them under their forearm because they act like an ID chip and a credit card. So if you're buying something, you just wave your
It
wrist
just
over
makes sense to have it in your skin.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Cassidy, listen, son. How can we get out? We've got a ship. We've got your brother's ship. If we get you out of here, have you got enough equipment to survive a spacewalk?
You can't fly this ship. You can't fly this ship. I've rigged this ship to blow if anybody tries to start the engines. Because I couldn't risk them getting off this planet.
I noticed that. What did you do with the converters?
I just shoved them in the airlock in the cargo room. I sealed them in there and bust the lock so they couldn't get in.
Aye,
if they do that, they'll fly and they'll just strip other people. These are SAMs. I don't know what is wrong with them. They've gone psychotic. They just want to dress themselves in human skin, and they ask you for absolution. And when you say yes, they strip you. If you say no, they strip you. They do it while you're alive. Apparently, the skin fits better if you were still breathing when they took it off you. Oh God! I need to get out of this fucking place.
I'm gonna quickly skip to a private channel with Rakis, and I'm just gonna say to him, if it's using ID chips, I can't take them out unless we get back to our ship.
Can we do it in the airlock here? If we get to the airlock of the cargo hold, can we take our suits depressurized and cut them out ourselves? This guy's mad, right? Can you assess him? Is he telling the truth? Is he toxic? Has his brain gone?
He's been here a while.
There's obviously. I mean, you can tell, Mr. Science Officer, Mr. Medical Officer. It's probably a little bit of hypoxia,
right?
Because there's probably. I mean, these things aren't designed for constant use. And you can see there's old scrubber tubes lying around the floor. He's changed them, and by the looks of it, the scrubber tube has not been changed for a couple of weeks. He's probably been, not only has he poisoned his own blood, he's obviously been breathing in carbon dioxide. So and you can see in his eyes, the way his eyes are bloodshot, the way his skin's a little bit puffy. There could be a little bit of a hypoxia involved.
And look, this guy is real sick, and he's going to need treatment. But what he's saying about the synths when we've seen it, man.
Aye. Wix might need to put this guy out of his misery, but we'll worry about that when the time comes.
No. Look, we're not going to leave him behind. If we can get him out of here, we can get him out. I can treat him. We're not leaving him behind. No, we're not doing that. Look.
It's Casty. It's really you said it. We need something to distract, right? And here's this guy, just here, right now. We leave him. We get out, we get back to our ship, and we get the fuck out of here.
That is not happening. We are not leaving anybody behind. Not to go through what the Cap just went through. Not to go what the rest of this crew went through. We have to take him with us. We're not going anywhere without him. I can treat him. He's fine.
You do that, and I'll have a chat with Wix. And I go into comms. I'll open up the comms channels.
And while he's doing that, I will quickly go back and see if I can do anything else for Harper.
There's not a lot more you can do after you put some antibiotics into him, which will help in the short term. But this guy this is the nick of time. This guy must have had days left, if that. Right. You can disconnect his vac suit and put it into a portable unit, so you can move him. But
I connect him to my suit?
That's
can
true.
I connect him to my suit?
That will halve your oxygen time, but then you've got plenty of time.
But that's probably the kind of thing that Cassidy would do.
Good old Cassidy. Superman t-shirt on. So yeah.
So I'm going to do that if I can.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Yeah.
Freeman will be looking on the computer to see if there's a way he can initiate a delayed startup sequence of the ship.
Shouldn't be a problem at all. I'll need you to make a it's more of an engineering thing really to set that up to happen. But for now, you can actually work out how much time you will have, best case. So could you just make a helm roll? D6 plus your education, plus your +2 helm.
There we go.
Oh, good. The best case scenario is that you could set it to blow, but you would have to be off the ship and away within 5 minutes. Out of the blast radius. It's cutting it really tight.
Okay. I will radio in. Rakis, do you think we can get back to this ship and get it airborne in 5 minutes? Can you start the engines up within 5 minutes?
We can't even get back to our ship in 5 minutes.
300 meters away.
Damn. How much
So what
time
happened
will
to
we
Wix
need?
when she came in? How much time does it take for a full start up of a ship that's been?
How much time for enough of it?
She's only touched down a little while ago. You're going to need at least 5 minutes for a start up and a decent lift off, but you're going to need 20 to 25 minutes to make that 300 meters to unsuit and then get to your positions.
Yep.
So you're going to need at least half an hour.
Yeah, I say that to Freeman.
Any egg timers on board?
Luckily, there's 10 of them.
So every crew member has a personal one.
Is there a way? Is there a way that if the comms of this ship are open, I could patch a channel open to take over and control the ship from ours?
Yes.
Oh.
Then Freeman will begin working on that and opening up the correct channels so that we can do it remotely.
Okay, then let's see how long that's going to take you. And you roll a d6, and again, add your. In fact, no, this won't be a helm roll. This is either going to be an engineering or a science roll.
I have
Actually, most likely, it's going to be better as an engineering roll to set that up.
So I'm just doing straight education if I don't have either, right?
Straight education, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Liam,
New jammy bugger
Yes.
this evening.
Yeah.
you can do that, but because you rolled dead on the target number,
Time.
there's a 50-50 chance. There's a 50-50 chance that it won't work.
And you're not going to make me roll that until we're on the other ship and we try, right?
Oh God, no, I'm not. Yeah.
So I'll radio the others.
No.
Right, I think I could start the ship up remotely just before we start up the sequence, but we need to have our ship from dead to operational within 5 minutes.
We need to get ourselves out of our suits and remove our ID chips. Cassidy's, are you all right to do that? Can you sort that out for us?
I can do it, but we just need a pressurized environment so people can get out of their suits.
Well, that'll be the airlock.
Yeah, the airlock appears to be intact.
Will that work, son? I'll look at Hunter, whatever.
I'll go and do you want me to check the the airlock? Oh wait. Oh no. Okay.
Look, I don't know. I mean, normally these kind of things we'd need a clean room or something to kind of do this kind of stuff. In an airlock, I don't know.
Could Freeman check the computers to see? Because I assume even though we can't lock the doors, all the doors are airtight, right?
Mm.
So, using the computers, would I be able to correct the flow of air and refill the rooms that aren't breached?
Yes, you can. In fact, most other than the bridge, the cargo room, and by the looks of it, laboratory 4D, every other room is sealable. 4A actually is a medical suite.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'll put that over the radio. Guys, I think I can recirculate the air to most sections of the ship, and it looks like one of the rooms is a medical room where it might be better to do any medical procedures that you've not yet told me about, but I'm assuming you've probably mentioned over the radio.
oh yeah, we certainly have mentioned.
All of a sudden, the whole ship's like something's landed on it really heavily.
Oh,
the whole thing
shit.
rocks, and there's a thump, and it all goes quiet. Then at the front of the ship, there's another thump. There's another slam, and again, it all goes quiet.
We need to get these chips out. Whatever you're talking about, we need to get these ID chips out now. Go to the medical bay.
Aye. We'll get this guy with us too, eh? Are you
Yeah,
alright,
and
son?
I've attached my suit hose to his suit now, and it's like I'm just saying to him, look, we got to go. We're going to get the ID chips out of our crew first, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Okay? You okay?
Okay. Just do it.
Right.
Is there some sort of have you mentioned over the radio about the chips?
I
Yep.
think
Yeah,
I think
we're on
I
open
think
channel.
Lucas
Open
did.
channel.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of flare system on board this ship?
What?
Like a emergency.
Like a probe or flare system to release something from the inside the vessel out?
These ships are equipped with probe launchers, so they can just fire just basic sort of orbit to surface probes into the ground to get basic readings.
Okay, guys, this ship's got a probe. If we can get the chips out of us, we can attach it to a probe and fire it away from the ship, which should give us time to escape.
Assuming that we're not going to fire directly into the ground, and the probe launcher isn't underneath the ship, right?
Usually they're at the
The
side.
probe launcher.
Freeman, I like your thinking, but we should just keep it simple. Let's get it in one room and run like hell.
Besides which, we can use them as a bait. We're going to blow this ship, right?
Yeah, but
We
we don't
want
want
them
them to
here.
destroy the ship until we're ready
It's a
to leave.
research
Otherwise,
ship.
we
They're
won't
one of
have
those
a.
little droidy things that go out to dig holes, though. Like a little.
R2D2.
No. Sorry.
Oh. You're like a
Sorry.
little Mars thing that walks around.
Curiosity, you
Bugger.
mean?
Yeah.
You wanted to go drill a hole somewhere, the laser.
No, just go
as
off.
we're having this conversation, we're walking into the medical room.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We meet up in the corridors.
Yeah.
We're whispering, by the way, but because.
Okay. We're all going to the medical room, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you leaving Harper, the other Harper, on his own?
Harper's attached to
Attached
my
to him.
suit with the hose.
Of course he is, yes.
I'm taking him with us. Yeah.
You're going to need to support him. He has absolutely no strength in his legs.
Okay. I've got no strength either, but I
I'll
will
help with that.
support him.
Yeah, yeah. You get yourselves into the room. Freeman, as expected, all the seals are intact. But as you move slowly, thumping starts. And when you stop, thumping stops.
Okay.
It's coming from the front of the ship and from the back of the ship.
Yeah, it's tracking us. Can you seal that door? We need to pressurize this room.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
door's
going to be able to
sealable.
do this. I'm not going to be able to do this with my gloves and helmet on. I'm going to need
Well,
to
you
take
can
them off.
try.
I'm going to say I can't do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take.
That's no problem. You can seal the door, and you can pressurize the room. It'll take about a minute to pressurize the room. And during that minute, there's nothing but silence.
Okay.
And the sound of the air circulators in your own helmets. And then, of course, as the air enters the room, the vacuum starts to go. When you take your helmets off, of course, your ears pop, and it's just really weird having normal hearing without having to worry about headphones. In the now that you can actually hear through normal atmosphere, there is a humming noise which seems to be going through the ship. It doesn't sound like an engine noise. The engine noise is more like a steady thum, 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 like a heartbeat, like it's keeping you alive. This sounds more like a very, very small laser going. You can actually, it's making the eyes vibrate. It's very, very fine. It doesn't sound very nice at all.
Okay. Look, I think you should keep your helmets on, unless I'm having to remove this thing from you, right?
In that case, then you're going to need to make 3 medical rolls.
I am.
Yes, there are plenty of tools in here. So don't worry about your medical unit. You're going to get +1 because you've got the proper tools to use. There's laser scalpels. There's all kind of heat sutures, the works. So you're absolutely fine. It's basically just cutting into the epidermis, removing the chip, sealing it up. That's it.
Okay.
It's simple. Nothing can go wrong. So but unfortunately, there's virtually no light in this room. A lot of the lights are blown out. A lot of the ones that are flickering, the ones that you need for close-up surgery, are knackered. So you're having to rely on your suit lights to actually get a good sight of exactly what it is that you're
If
doing.
I've taken my helmet off, do the lights still act? Are they lights still usable? So I can sit that somewhere.
You can still use
And
them.
then okay, and use those lights to kind of. I assume they're kind of in the hands or wrist or somewhere. These chips, are they? Raven waving in front of a door. Right.
Absolutely. So yeah. So all you need to do is dead simple. Oh, sorry, it's going to be standard roll. Sorry, let me just change that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're making
And
3 rolls. Choose. You call out who you're rating on. And you're going to make 3 rolls.
Okay.
And 7. So it's your education.
I get my. Yep. Medical.
Plus your medical. Plus 1.
Plus
you're
1
using
for the equipment.
And yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna. This is Rakis first then.
Yep.
10.
Oh.
Okay, fine.
Cool. And then I'll wait until he's got his helmet back on properly, and then I'm going to go over to Wix.
By the looks of it, actually, your roll to success is going to be pretty simple. I just don't want you to roll any ones.
Okay, so if I roll a 1, then we're in trouble, but otherwise...
Yeah, well, you're not.
You're vain.
But Wix... Right, as you've been so lucky with your 1 so far, Wix...
Okay. So you start cutting into it. As you're cutting into it, it's going absolutely fine. You start to take the chip out. Suddenly, there's another huge thump where the whole shit rocks, and your laser scalpel does a little bit of a wobble.
Okay.
So you're going to have to roll. You're going to have to make an agility roll. So it's a D6, and remember, you're not encumbered by your suit anymore.
Right.
So yeah, you need to make a D6
No,
roll.
I just like you're still fucked, Wix.
You need to make a D6 roll and just add your agility. Yes.
5. I've slashed it.
Yeah, you basically slash through the arm.
Yes.
It's in your. It's the whole thing just rocks, and you just you almost cut a wrist. It cuts right down to almost down to the bone, and it really hurts you. I'm afraid, Wix, you've lost 1 point of your strength.
So you take.
Oh, actually, no. What did you fail by? 5. You failed by 2 points. So no, sorry, Wix, you've lost 2 points of strength. Almost cut down to the bone.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, the chip's out.
Chips.
So you know, well done. But yeah, you cut right down to the sadly, Wix, also, it's in your left arm. It's not your shooting arm, so which is handy. Although, are you left-handed?
No.
I thought to roll for that.
So,
No, I don't think I should.
15% chance.
But yeah, your left arm, you're gonna have to wrap it up nice and tightly, and sadly, it's gonna be pretty much useless.
Shit! Right. I guess I'm going to try and patch that up as well before I attempt to fix.
Yeah. You can do
the
that.
ID chip on. Do you want me to roll for that as well? Or...
No, don't worry about it because actually
Okay.
no, yes, do roll actually, just don't roll a 1.
Okay. Do I get the +1 for the medical equipment, or am I?
Yeah, you get all of that. It's all to hand.
Okay.
Just don't roll. Just don't roll the physical. It's just unlucky. Just don't roll the physical one.
2.
Okay. No, you're fine. You stop the bleeding. So yeah, you're gonna have a nice scar to show for it. Who does that leave?
That's just Freeman left, I think, isn't
Go
it?
for it, Freeman. The pilot of the ship you
Freeman
definitely don't wanna
sees this botched job and he's hesitating at whether or not we should be doing it.
Well, to be quite honest, Kirsten is hesitating as well.
He's like that though.
Yeah.
Well, you
Are you
didn't
sure
roll
you
a
want
D6?
to do this?
Yeah, absolutely fine. It's only 1 glass of whiskey. Okay, yeah, just roll your D6.
Okay.
Roll a 1.
Are you ready?
No. Oh, for God's sake!
Okay.
I needed to fly the ship!
Okay.
This is what you get for rolling
right,
5s and
shit.
6s all
The bad
night.
news is, of course, your strength is 1, isn't it?
My strength is
And again,
1,
you
yeah.
fell by 2.
Oh my god.
We've lost the pilot.
Yeah.
Killed
No,
the
no,
pilot.
no.
So,
Not yet. He's
yeah,
not
you
dead
take.
yet.
He's not dead yet, but he has taken 2 points of damage. That
He
puts
has.
him below 0, which means you're unconscious. You've almost 70. Literally, the entire ship rocks so violently, you pretty much stab him in the face. So he goes staggering backwards, and the whole ship is bent over sideways. You've gone scrabbling down. You've knocked him down to 0. So not only now, hey, the chip's out. That's cool. But so's his arm. No, the chip's out, so he's fine. You are now going to have to make a medical roll to
Stab me
basically
in the
save his
head.
life. So yeah, the whole ship is rocking now. There is something outside the ship. It's like something's outside the ship. It's got hold of the ship. Is basically trying to rock it from side to side.
That
So it's
helping
not
anyway.
good.
Fuck's sake, Cassidy. What you just, man, get a hold of yourself.
So yeah, you need to make a
Easy,
DC roll,
right? It's not easy.
standard roll.
Yeah.
It's just a standard medical roll.
Okay.
You're going to do it because
Oh.
so that's maximum. You saved his life. So at the moment, Freeman,
Yep.
you are on 0 hits, but you're unconscious. But you're not losing any more blood, so you're not going to die.
Put the suit back on him.
But,
Let's go.
So bright side.
Shit.
Listen, you've done what you can. Let's just get the suit back on him and get the fuck out of here.
I didn't mean to do it.
Listen, you'd find the shit. This thing's all over us. Like a rash. Let's go.
Don't we need him to fly the ship?
We'll get about that when we're there. Let's get this helmet on him. Give us a hand.
Yeah, I'm
the,
helping. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the helmet on him. He's limp, so fortunately it's going to take 2 of you to carry him. Also, whilst we're doing that, I'm going to need a pressure roll from Wix, who got sliced. And I'm also going to need one from you, Cassidy, because you sliced them.
Oh, no, ignore that. Pressure level, not pressure roll. Ignore that one.
Pressure bonus.
Yeah, you want pressure bonus, yeah. Okay. Oh.
Oh, can I take my first one?
Are you on what's your pressure level now?
That takes me to 2 then, because I failed.
Oh.
Roll
you get
D6 against your pressure level.
I click on pressure level there. Oh, you're okay.
You're safe. You're okay. And what did you roll?
You just broke up then. What'd you say?
You got to roll against.
Freeman's, yeah.
Cassidy's got to roll against pressure as well. Yeah.
Oh, me too. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, you just sliced up your mates, so yeah. Will that push your pressure level onto 3? Yeah.
It does. I shall roll.
So yeah, put your pressure level and then roll your d6.
Okay.
Oh, you're safe as well. So no, you're fine.
I'm shaking.
You're okay. You're shaken. You're shaken, but you're okay. Yeah. So now, Wix, you can either. The thing is, you've got a bit of a situation now. You've got one unconscious crew member, and you've got the crew member of the Pericles who can hardly move. So they're both going to need support. Wix, you can't help.
Shit.
Well, you can help, but if you do help, you're not going to be able to wield a weapon. Because unfortunately, your left arm's a little bit knackered.
But just help me with him, will you?
Come on, we get out
Yeah.
of here.
I just grab him and just say, right. What have you done with the chips?
And I'm going to hold out a blood-soaked glove now. I've put my gloves back on and my helmet.
Yeah.
And I've got these chips in my hand.
What are you going to do with them?
Well, Sam said something about using a probe, but we want to lure them here, right? We want these things to be here. We want to blow the ship with them things on, right?
Aye. Leave them. Hide them in a cupboard or just put them on the bed, for fuck's sake. It's not like they're looking. They just want
No,
to
they got to
kill.
move. They've got to move. They're not...
Oh. What
They're not
about
attracted to them when we stop moving.
what about that oscillator over there that they use for swirling round the blood? Is that still working?
Actually, yes, there are the sort of separators. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use those. Yeah. There's also there's little room bar sort of things. There's little versions of those which go around the ship and actually help clean the deck of the ship.
Oh, Roomba. Yeah.
Let's do that.
That's the deal, right?
It's only small and it's innocent, so please don't name it. So yeah.
Kevin. Let's use Kevin.
Oh no! Now I'm going to be sad when he dies. So yeah, okay. It's up to you. What do you want to use? Oscillator or the Roomba?
Look, the Roomba maybe. It's going to be moving around.
Aye, come
Roomba.
on, just do it quickly
Yeah,
and let's
Roomba.
go.
Yep.
Is there a little compartment or something? I mean, if these things for cleaning up, there's going to be like a...
Yeah, there's a little
Some
hatch
kind
at the back. You just open it up,
Yeah.
pop it into his bag. It's already full because it's been cleaned up with absolutely no emptying. But yeah, no, it's no problem.
Okay. Can these things be programmed?
No, they're just on an automated one. You just press a button and off they go.
Right, so I drop these things into the little container.
Empty it out first, of course, to keep it moving.
Yeah, and pull out all the lint and the fluff that's in there. drop these things in, and I close the
There's teeth in
container.
it for
I
some
was going
reason.
to say, aye.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you empty it all out, yeah, and then you pop them in, and you press the button up on its cleaning cycle, and off it goes.
Cool.
As soon as it
Oh.
gets to the door, you all got your suits on now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Door opens and it goes out, and as soon as it goes out in the corridor, it turns left, starts heading up towards the bridge, and then you hear the moving towards it.
Right, we don't have long. We got to go now. We got to go now.
Let's move. Go.
Okay, so you, Cassidy, you're taking Harper, or the other Harper, yeah?
Yeah.
And you pair, Wix and Rakis, you're taking Freeman, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Wix, if you are helping to take Freeman, like I said, you won't be able to hold a weapon. Now,
Okay.
if you do help, you can move at pretty much normal pace because you're both helping and you're making good time. If you don't help and you want to wield a weapon, then you'll be at half time. It's up to you.
I think what I'll do is I'll help, but then if it comes to it and I have to I'll just drop him.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
pass
you.
on to Rikus, yep.
Got you. You sort of get out into the corridor. The lights are flashing. You head down to the actual cargo lift. You get on the cargo lift. You press the button. I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cargo lift starts to drop down. You can see a splash of frozen blood, where obviously the captain was dragged through. What's left of his helmet, and there's like tracks that go off into the distance towards the craggier areas. The load lift goes down, and it's really weird because you're now back on the surface of the planetoid. Let me just jump that over for effects. Huzzah! You're now back on the surface of the planetoid, so you're back here again. And the way the shadows are slightly sort of lengthened out. So you can, if you look to your left, you can see the top of the ship, and you can see two shapes in the shadow, like on the top of the shadow of the ship, and they look like massive spiders. 4 legs and one massive grabbing arm and something else, and they're moving in conjunction towards the front of the ship, where the sort of room bar sort of thing's gone. You can actually, you can't hear it because now you're in the vacuum of space, but you can just see these shadows. Yeah,
Let's go.
You start moving towards your ship. Right, we're back to agility rolls again. So everybody who's unconscious or being helped doesn't need to roll. Everybody rolls, just not you, Freeman. Everybody roll a d6. Please don't roll a 1.
Just a standard one. I don't have to add anything.
No,
It's
just
minus,
a
isn't it,
d6. Yeah.
Oh, we just standard.
No, at the
Okay.
moment you
Oh
just roll.
shit!
Yeah. Oh, okay, there's one.
Shit. Yeah, I
Who
failed
rolled
it.
ones? So who rolled ones? Just Wix, yeah?
Wix
Yeah,
again.
Wix.
it was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, Wix, you're behind.
Amazingly, as luck would have it, you step in exactly the same hole as you did as you were heading towards the ship. It's just with the look of the draw. So I need you to make an agility roll. You're a little bit more wary now.
Just point out 3 of us have used our emergency sealers.
So make your roll. It's not just that. If she falls over, she's dropping you as well, Freeman. So
Ah,
Partial success.
partial success. So yes, you managed to stop yourself from hitting the deck, but it's a partial success. So you do drop Freeman, who then drops to the ground. So Freeman, I'll make you, even though you're unconscious, make a dice roll. Just don't roll a 1.
a normal 1d6, yeah.
It's a normal 1d6 and don't roll a 1.
6.
Okay, you slam onto the ground.
Knocking him out of the
But
You're
you
not
don't
only
feel this,
6.
but you're going to be a little bit bruised. But thankfully, you're unconscious, so you don't care right now. So yeah, you slam onto the ground, and yeah, you're going to have to get him back up to his feet again. Does anyone want to look behind them by any chance?
We're just getting a move on. Let's go,
Yeah.
go.
Okay, you head off. So yeah, and you sort of again you sort of blasting through the dust, and there's your ship ahead. But what's weird is you don't remember leaving the airlock door open.
Oh.
Oh.
You go heading towards it.
Maybe the captain made it back. Maybe it's him. Maybe the captain made it back. Right? He could have,
The
right?
captain blew up.
Shut up! I'm not speaking to you. You're unconscious.
Popped and went everywhere.
I wasn't there when it happened. Shut up.
Not good, Cassidy, but listen, there was nobody on board, so maybe they just went in and got back out again. We can still get the ship moving. We can get out of here. Just focus. Get him
Okay.
better. Get him up. We need him working.
It's the rover, the missing rover. That's not by our ship now, by any chance, is it?
Strangely enough, yes. As you get closer, behind one of the landing legs to the left, the rover's parked there.
What is it going to be? Another one of them synths?
Son of a bitch. It's one of the crew. It's one of the crew,
A
right?
synth. Get in. We need to get in. We need to get in and secure the door, and we need to take off. We'll deal with whatever bastards in there.
Let's go.
Yeah. We're gonna
Okay.
hot foot it across.
Does anybody want to look back at the Pericles? at all?
I'm
Or
going to
you
look back at the
You're just going to
Pericles.
stare
I'm gonna
forward,
look
yeah?
back.
Yeah, we
I don't
I'm
give you
looking
options.
back.
Yeah.
tunnel visioned.
I'm
What
looking
you can
back.
see is that
'cause-
on top of the Pericles, and it's actually one of them is now clawed its way through into the bridge and it's actually inserting itself into the ship. And these are what look like automated, basically ship strippers. They basically just switch them on, they put them onto the top of a ship, and one arm is a grasping claw which tears ships apart, and the other arm is basically like a short plasma laser, and it basically cuts parts of the ship off, tears it off. And there's two of them, and the one's tearing its way into the bridge, and the other one is moving up towards. But what's strange about these things is where the processor unit is on top of the actual machine itself. It's the armless torso. It's all wired in. There's an armless torso and head of what appears to be a synthetic, and it looks like it's controlling it, but it's like a mannequin, and so it doesn't look like it can see what it's doing. So as it's moving, it's just flopping about like that. There's all wires coming out the top of the head and into the actual machine, and all over the machine is the desiccated, frozen flesh and skin and sinew and bones of that whatever's covering these creatures. It's more than one crew of one starship, and basically. Yeah, they've basically wired themselves into these wrecking machines and then tried to cover themselves in flesh.
Shit. Just keep going. Don't look back. Don't look back. Just keep moving.
Nobody looks back when you say don't look back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cassidy. Because you look back and looked, you're gonna have to
make a pressure roll, right? Oh, what a surprise! I failed. I'm on full pressure now.
Yeah.
There's a good chance. Then I am.
And you rolled 3.
Oh,
you're in shock. All
I
your
am.
cognitive abilities suffer. You're literally shaking with. You're in shock. So you're gonna have to reduce both your education and your charisma scores by 1 point temporarily.
Okay, so cognitive then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
I shall add that.
You're moving forward, but unfortunately, that is also going to halve your movement because you are physically shaking in just sort of shock and confusion. Of course, what's his face? Harper doesn't know what the hell's going on, and that's when I'm going to ask you to make an agility roll. Because remember, you are moving across an unsafe surface.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, D6 plus your agility, and the difficulty is 6.
Oh, we've made it.
Oh, made it.
Success. So even though you're staggering and you're like, oh my god, I really need the toilet. Basically, they're basically staggering towards the ship. You've got this guy, and he's staggering with you, and he's just looking forward. He's just laughing to himself for some reason.
Yeah. And I'm just
Casty, listen, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Concentrate on your training, son. Come on, let's go.
That's good. Can you make actually then, Rakis? Can you make an education roll? No, sorry, a charisma roll.
It's not education.
I'm sure. It's not. I do apologise. Oh no, look. Brilliant. That gives Cassidy the push that he needs. That sort of gives Edge's mind sort of breathe him out. Just remember your training. Just fucking move. And he's like, he sort of gets back up to speed, and he's sort of obviously staying alive now is more important than looking back at monsters. So he's basically just shoving himself forward, and that's when you reach the bottom of the ship. Freeman, can I ask you to make a strength roll, please? Roll a d6, add your strength score, and the DC is going to be 7.
Now it's 0 at the moment.
Oh God, yes, of course you're at 0. I do apologise. Ignore everything I just said. So you get to the cargo lift. Unless you've not been killed with a drill, you get yourself to a cargo lift, and you sort of you get to the cargo lift. Now to the left, you've got the pod. It's just sat there. It's a 4-man pod. The doors are open, and there's nobody inside it. By the looks of it, the power plant is still ticking over.
Right.
We
We're
just
getting
climb
in the
in.
ship, right? In the
Yeah,
ship.
we just fall into
Whatever.
the ship.
Yep. You get on the lift. Sorry, go on. What were you going to say? Sorry, Wix.
We just shut the doors and drop Freeman on the floor and get my gun out.
But remember, it's the drop lift. So you climb onto the lift, and the cables start
and power
winding.
it
The
up.
whole thing goes up. Yeah, it slams in.
And
then,
I
the
do a
airlock
quick
starts
scan of the
signing.
area quickly with my gun.
No, there's no sign of anybody have come in here. Although the spacesuit, I say there's no sign. I do apologise. The spacesuit storage compartment has been smashed open, and the one spacesuit that was left, because you're supposed to be a 6-man crew, has been torn to pieces and smashed up.
Wix.
There's somebody here that shouldn't be.
We know that the rover's outside. It's from the other ship. Could be the
Okay,
crew.
just shut the
We can help them.
doors. Get the area pressurised. You get the ship started. I'll find him and kill him.
I'll go and cycle the engines.
Well, wait. Who's going to fly the ship? Who's going to fly
Get
the
him
ship?
awake.
Come into the engineering. Can you treat him next to me? If we three at least together, then we can keep an eye out for each other. And you need watching, son. You're no right. I say that to Cassidy.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ask Harp if he can fly a ship.
Wix can look after herself. We need to get this engine started, but you need to get Freeman back up and working again. Otherwise, we're getting nowhere.
Harper, can you fly ships?
Harper can't do shit.
Harper was the helmsman of the other ship, yeah.
Oh.
Right. Give him an adrenaline thing. Get him on that ship and get it started. I'm going to find out who's in there.
Yes, get the man who's half insane and been eating his own feces for the last month.
Insane or not, if press a few buttons, get him in the cockpit.
There's a whole new meaning to eat shit and die. Okay, so the door opens, the inner airlock opens. I'll take it, Wix, that you're going to have your gun out and ready to go, yeah?
Gun's ready to.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, there's nobody in the main hall. Now, basically, these are, like I say, very simple ships. So to your left is just the cargo area and the engine room, and then to your right, there's 2 doors which go into the bunk rooms, which are also at the head, and then in front of that is another door, which is the bridge. It's very, very. So basically, the actual layout is just T-shaped. So at the top of the T, you've got the bridge. The 2 arms of the T, you've got the bunk rooms and the heads and what have you, and at the bottom of the T, you've got the engine room / cargo room. Very, very simple design ship.
So when we shut the door behind us, can we take our pop our masks off?
Yes, you're all good to get out your spacesuits.
Yeah, do that.
Can we take them? Well, is it like, can we lift it up so it's still on our heads, but just the visor's up and we can breathe? So I pop the visor, obviously when the door's shut.
But if you stay in your suits, you'll still have that -1 to your agility.
Yeah.
I'm just popping my visor because
in case somebody tries to evacuate.
If I come out my suit and then they rip the doors off with it, but then I can pop my visor down.
Well, when you pop your visor, the first thing you smell is rotten meats and cabbages. A whole kind of boiled sprout smell, as if something dead has suddenly met atmosphere.
Yeah.
I see your face and I'm just like, I'm going to the engine room. Are you coming, Cassidy? Bring the. We'll take this guy and then grab.
I'm going to follow the smell.
Look, I can't carry them both. Somebody's going to have to.
I'll take Freeman. Well, it's not very far to the engine room.
Yep.
We'll do it in there. At least I can keep an eye on you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, so who's going? Sorry, who's going to the engine room now?
Rikus, Cassidy, Freeman, and
Harper.
Yep.
Harper.
I'll come with them. I'll go with them to check that first room that they're in, so it's clear for them to go in. So I'll go with them, open the door, do the whole swooping clearing bit.
Yeah, the door opens, and the figure that appears in front of you is absolutely fine because it's just a hanging vacuum suit. So the door opens, and the engine room is clear. Apart from absolutely nothing. The engine room is definitely clear.
Bastard. You bastard. Okay, so so that clear. So I just shut the door and leave them in there then. So I'm on my own.
Okay. You're on your own,
And
yeah?
I go and swoop
So where you headed,
through.
No, Cassie, it's
where you
me.
headed
That's
to,
me.
Where you headed to now on your own? Where you headed
The
to?
nearest room to where we are.
Yeah, there's a bunk room, like I say, off one of the T's. You got the left bunk room, so you got your own bunk room, which is what you headed to. You turn the corner, the door won't open because, of course, it's not detecting your UID chip. So you're going to have to open it manually. So yeah, you press the button, the door slides open, and in front of you is somebody in a vac suit. They're stood there in the room, sort of looking around, and as it sort of turns, they sort of turn around, but the visor's sort of mirrored because it's protects against solar glare. It sort of turns around. And they're holding like a suitcase in one hand, but it's like a rebreather unit, which is then plugged into the vac suit. And they sort of turn around and they put the hand up. And they're sort of tapping the helmet.
What does that happen?
It means their computer's not working.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell them to lift, do the whatever thingy movement to get them to lift the visor.
Yeah. They sort of click at they sort of reach to unclip the visor, but as they're doing that, they're walking towards you.
I hold the gun to make them stop.
Yeah.
So
Then they sort of stop and they just seem a little bit unsure. And they sort of, and then they slowly start to lift the visor. In the engine room, you guys have just all piled in. So what is it you want to do?
Get the usual cycle of launch preparations out the way. I want to start, looking at the converters and you know, just taking the sealants and making sure all the valves are channeling the fluids in the right manner, etc.
One of the converters is missing. Exactly the same one. The actual converter was gone.
Well, we're not
Why did you go back and fetch it?
Aye.
Go back to the ship and get one of theirs.
We're not getting out of here in a hurry. Somebody's been in our ship and taken out a converter. And I say to Wix, somebody sabotaged the ship.
He comes over your comm. Somebody sabotaged the ship.
Somebody
Just as
here.
that person lifts their visor, and it's one of the crew members of the Pericles.
Oh.
Looking really gaunt, looking really, but the face is really sort of almost like it's frozen. It's sort of static. It's very, very bloody, and and the skin is very, very pale. So
No,
they sort of open up the visor, and then again they tap on the helmet.
It's not. It's somebody's put his skin on his head, isn't he?
Shoot him.
Don't listen to him. He's dead.
No, I'm unconscious. I'm not dead
No,
yet.
I'll shoot you in a minute, so you'll be dead in a few seconds.
Shoot him in the foot.
The foot. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, well, roll your dice. The difficulty is going to be 6. I didn't even type that incorrectly. There we go. So yeah, so it's your agility plus a d6. Well, agility plus your security position plus a d6. Remember, your agility is down by 1.
So okay.
Yeah, nice and simple. You shoot them in the foot, and there's a spray of white liquid and electronic spray. They sort of stagger back. As they stagger back, they've still got the hands on the thing, and it sort of clips off. And yeah, the skin of the face sort of slips slightly as they sort of stagger backwards.
Take another shot.
Of course.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, the mouth opens, and the actual case that they've got in their hand, they sort of just lift it up, and yeah, there's all sort of jagged iron and bits of metal at the bottom, and they come swinging it at you, just come lunging forward. I need you to make a agility roll, and well, it's D6 plus agility and plus 2 for your security.
1 because I'm on minus, aren't I? Because I'm in the suit.
Yeah, and that's going to be their difficulty roll to hit.
Ooh.
So their difficulty roll to hit is going to be 9. They've got a.
Unfortunately, I have a plus 9.
No, they've got a plus 3. I do apologise. Oh yeah, they've got plus 12 because sod it. They swing. Completely miss.
Oh.
They step forward, and it comes back. Whatever they've attached and basically just sort of put on the bottom of this box. I mean, you didn't see it until I lifted it up. It just put it. It goes swinging past you and just slams into a desk, and there's sparks as a CRT screen just explodes. And yeah, it's not very pretty at all. Meanwhile, in the engine room, what are you doing?
I've got to try and wake up. I got to try and wake up Freeman.
Yep. Okay.
if I can,
You
if
can
that's even
make
possible.
Make a medical roll. Your difficulty, if I can get into it, is going to be a straightforward 7. Or on
Okay.
7, he won't wake. But if you're on 7, he will
Okay.
wake, but he'll be a lot of minuses.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you're dead, mate. I'm afraid.
Oh my God!
Oh,
You stabbed me again.
You know, no. Wake up! He says you start doing compressions. Unfortunately, you break his chest. No, he just basically, he just won't. He just won't wake. You've hurt him quite badly. You're going to pay for that. So, but yeah. Meanwhile, back in the other room, yes, this synthetic has taken a swing at you. Completely missed. What is it you'd like to do?
Shoot it again.
Block your shots. Where are you going to shoot? What are you aiming for? Anything in particular? Or just going to go for it?
I don't know what it is. It's going for his head.
Okay, go for it. Okay, if it's a called shot, I'm going to say, you hit it. So roll your d6. Your die cap is 3.
It's for the damage.
Yeah. The better.
Oh, 2.
So damage 2. That's fine. No, because it's only got a strength of 2. That brings it to 0. It's not completely destroyed, but it's out of action. You shoot it in the head again. Half its head sort of it goes through the helmet, blows the side of the helmet off, bits of glass fly in all directions, and it falls back and it drops this canister. And then by the looks of it, it was clutching something in its left hand as well. As it falls down, its hand opens, and about half a dozen ID chips scatter out across the deck.
Shit!
In the engine room.
Scramble and pick it up.
Yeah. In the engine room, you're trying to get the engines running. So, Rakis, can you roll a d6 plus your education plus your engineering bonus? The higher, the better.
Okay, d6
Plus your education plus your engineering bonus.
which is 2, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah, you're engineering officer. Yeah. So that's 2. Just roll really high. It'd be nice to see double digits for a change. Shit. Okay, yes, you can cycle the engines for an emergency start, but you're not 100% sure that you've done it properly. Because, you need that converter.
I need that orange nugget.
But that thing that she had in her hand, with all the stuff strapped to it, Wix, that's the converter.
Oh, if I hear that, I've still got it on. I've just lifted the visor. I'll say, I think the converter's here.
Great, bring it through. Hurry! I'm not really sure what's this wouldn't hold. I'm not convinced. We need that converter.
Okay, so I pick it up, and I also, these chip things. Can I stand on them to destroy them? Can they?
Absolutely, yeah.
I quickly stand on them all and grind them so they're all destroyed. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You stamp on them until they're all in little bitty gory bits.
Okay, and then I run towards back to them with the converter.
As you run past the airlock, you see that it's cycling, as if something's in the airlock and it's starting to cycle, like something's in there.
Right, I take the converter and then head back to the airlock.
Yeah.
Shit. No. Yes, I do that.
Going back to the airlock.
Shit, I don't know what to do.
Are you going back to the airlock with the converter?
No. I'm gonna take the converter, then go back to the airlock.
Okay.
Because
so you run the converter down, drop the converter off, and then you run it back to the airlock.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you run into the engine room. You basically drop the converter, like you literally just parked up and dropping food off, and then you turn around and then you're just running back to the airlock.
Yes.
Rakis, you've got the converter now. It should be a straightforward fit. Could you roll another engineering roll? The converter is slightly damaged because she stuck all this stuff on it to make it into some sort of weird spiky weapon, which you're going to have to smash off or cut off with a plasma cutter, sort of Dead Space style. So I need you, make another engineering roll, please. It's your D6 plus your education plus your plus 2. Yeah, dead on. Done. It's a partial success, but you got it to fit. You take it off, you put it in, take the bits off, plug it all in. Yeah, that'll take a few minutes, but it will work. Cassidy, what are you doing at this point?
I desperately want to revive our helmsman, don't I? But I seem to be making things worse.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to let me get an adrenaline shot or something?
You
and
can
stab him through the heart with
you
it.
can give him an adrenaline shot, that's fine. But his current state, it's extremely risky. So yes, you might be able to get something out of him for a few rounds.
Yeah.
And he runs the risk of having
A heart attack or something.
An adverse sort of, because he doesn't need the adrenaline shot. You just want him to wake up.
Ah.
So it's just up to you. It's completely up to you.
Try the cough.
Okay.
Risking his life.
Chat says do it. So
No, Strange says do it. Don't put the whole of chat on this. I know they're all gonna now say do it, but it's not.
what do you say, chat? Shall we do it? Shall we?
Shall we kill me?
Do it.
Yeah,
do it.
do
Yeah.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Everybody says do it.
Everyone's up to
Okay.
sacrificing me.
Yeah, what choice do I have?
The only other choice you've got is to let Harper fly the ship. And Harper's been eating his own shit and he's gone a bit mad. So
Yeah.
it's completely up
Don't
to you.
forget, we also need
actually,
the
not much
distraction.
difference between him and Freeman, I
We
guess.
also need the distraction to go off.
We do. I need. We need Freeman awake.
Yeah.
We need Freeman awake, and yeah, I'm going to sacrifice Freeman in any way I can to get him awake.
Save me later.
Okay.
And maybe we can do something later. Maybe.
Well,
But we just need.
make a medical roll, a standard box
Yep.
standard medical roll, and depending on the outcome will depend on what will happen or what might happen to Freeman later. So you really want to roll really high.
And
Every
so far,
time you
that's been
say that,
going great.
every time
He
you
rolls
say
a
that,
one.
bad
He-
things happen.
Every
In
time
that
he
case,
says
then
he's
you really
rolled
want to roll low. Roll as low as you can.
If we roll low now, we're blaming you.
Honestly, ones.
Look, I'm trying to save everyone.
Just roll the dice! The suspense is killing me!
Yes. Hey, you basically get the stuff out your teeth. You sort of,
Yeah.
I just need to do this.
Yeah,
You
and
open his
I'm looking
suit.
at Rick and saying, look, this may kill him, but we got no choice.
You jam it into his heart, and next thing you know, Freeman, you're awake, and it's like you've drunk 10 espressos, a Red Bull, and then shoved some polish through your ass. You're just awake. You're just awake to the world. And
We need to get out of here.
You can see through time. That's how good it is. So yeah, you're actually up.
As
You're
soon
awake.
as, soon as Freeman wakes, he's gonna get to his feet and run to the cockpit to start taking off.
You've absolutely no idea what cocktail he's just
Nope.
put into your heart, but now
Yep.
you've seen the golden path, so job done. So
Yep.
you're sort of up and you're off, and yeah, everything's cool. It's not cool at all. You've got a needle sticking out your bloody heart.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine.
yeah.
I like it.
Good with that. Good with that.
Now, every couple of rounds, Freeman, I'm going to ask you to make a strength roll.
Yeah.
You're at 1 point of strength.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to make a strength roll.
Yep.
And how high you roll will depend on how long you last.
Yep.
So, Wix, you run back to the airlock. And it's
Yeah.
cycling. And by the time you get back, it's cycling. Like the big bar on the centre's turned and clicked as if it's going to open momentarily. And there is an airlock window to the right, so you can actually see outside the ship. Looking
There's
out
only
that
bars
window,
on about. I can stop the door from opening.
you can stop the door from opening from this side if you want to.
Yeah, I'll
can
stop
open
it
it.
and then peek through.
Yeah. Well, the windows don't look into the airlock; they look outside, so you can see what's on the outside of the vessel. So yeah, so make a don't make a roll at all. Actually, you know how these things work. You hit the security lock on the airlock, and just as the bar's about to lock into place, it stops. And on the other side of the airlock, you can hear a very faint. Something obviously someone is inside the airlock trying to get in. Looking out the window, you can see that the front end of that ship, or the Pericles, has been torn to pieces, and those two machines have jumped onto the surface of the planet and are now bounding towards your vessel.
So what's knocking on the airlock?
Who knows?
Nothing good. So,
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. On comms, we need to take off now.
Freeman, you've got yourself into the cockpit. It's not looking good. Your heart is racing. You're sweating. Your head's pounding. It's fit to burst. I'm going to need you to make a strength roll. So it's D6 plus your 1 point of strength.
Oh no.
So you go binding into the engine room, you sit into the cockpit, you sit down, you sort of hit the lift off, you've got the lift off ready to go, you pull the stick, you've got the engine blasting, the engine's tilt down, they blast down to the ground, the whole ship vibrates, it starts lifting up, and then you literally and that's it, you start coughing, you can't breathe, your chest goes tight. Roll a d6, and that'll determine the direction that the ship's going in, with a 1 being straight up.
6 is straight down, right?
Oh yes. You're going sideways.
No.
Basically, the ship goes up, gets up a few feet, then starts tilting off to the right.
In
And
my-
basically, you're shooting across.
In my last glimpse of control before I spasm out, am I able to press any button in front of me to set off an alarm to maybe ring the doctor to come to the cockpit? Or someone
because you
else?
really want the doctor to come help you, don't you?
Yeah, well, you've
Yeah.
done me so
Yeah.
well so far.
I don't know. It's up, well, yeah. There's emergency comms. I mean, you're down to 0 strength again now, so you are going to pass out.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. This is the dilemma that you've got. You've done the lift off. That's fine. The ship's moving.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 things to do. You can either press the button, which will do the autopilot, which will actually get the ship into a stable orbit, or you can press the comms button. This is your last few seconds of consciousness to get the doctor to run up to help you. It's completely up to you, one or the other. Save the ship, save yourself.
Bear in mind.
And if you call the doctor,
You'll probably die anyway.
he's probably going to kill you.
Can I press the button that makes a coffee? I feel like Freeman will press the button to engage the autopilot as his last chance.
Oh no!
Because the ship is slipping sideways and you've got the cliffs there to the edge
Yeah.
of the crater, you don't want to be slamming into those.
Yeah, he knows
So, yeah, you
regardless
sort
of
of
the
lift your
doctor,
hand
he's
up,
dead
shaking.
either way.
Just as your sight goes to tunnel vision, and you sort of lift up, I wish I had a drill, and then you basically just press the button, and so yeah, and you press the button, and then the ship sort of stabilises, swings, and starts heading up. Unfortunately, because your ID chip's been cut out, Cassidy down in the engine room, you don't get the alarm doesn't go off to say that he's in medical distress. So you're at 0 points at the moment. And the ship's booking slightly. It's not. And in fact, you noticed this, Rakis. The ship's gone onto
Rakis
the ship. It's gone onto autopilot.
Something's not right. The ship's an autopilot. Cassidy,
What the fuck?
we need let's get this guy through. Can we move him? I'm looking at Harper. We can move him, right? He's not passed out.
I can try fix him up.
Let's go then. Well, let's get up and see where Wix is. Everything's okay here, as best we can get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let come, Harper, come on. We got to get you to the ship. You got to fly this ship.
He kind of lets you sort of haul him to his feet. What's your strength? Sorry, Freeman.
At the moment,
your
it's
original
0.
Strength score.
Oh,
Yeah.
my original.
Originally it was 1.
Originally it was
what-
1.
Okay, gotcha. So you're on 0. So every round you lose a point, which means down to -2, and then below that you've got another round until you're finally dead in space.
So I'm -2
basically
at the moment.
you've got 3 rounds. So where are you headed to, Cassidy?
Are we heading for the bridge, right? Because
Yeah.
we're going to get Harper up there. So
know we're on
as quickly as we
autopilot.
can.
Okay, what I need you to do is to make an agility roll for me. Basically, because you're helping to drag Harper there. The higher you roll, the faster you will get to the bridge.
Are you asking Cassidy or Rakis to drive
Rakis,
to
I'm
roll
doing
it?
Cassidy,
Yeah.
sorry. Cassidy, yeah.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, Rakis,
Okay.
you have to stay in the engine
Engine
room
room.
for
I
now.
have to stay there. Oh, okay.
Oh, we are so.
Oh no, you don't.
I failed. 5. I
Oh,
rolled a
no.
5. So.
Okay, you get into the bridge, but it was a bit of a struggle. So those 3 rounds have passed. You see Freeman lying in his chair, slumped in his chair sideways, with foam around his mouth. His eyes are glazed over. He's obviously had some sort of seizure. Now you can try and save him if you want to, but if you do, the difficulty is going to be 8 on a medical roll, and also you'll have to leave Harper.
Bollocks. So Harper, I can't even get him into the co-pilot seat or anything before I do this. I've got to.
No, you haven't got any time. You have to dump him.
Right, well, look, we're on autopilot. Rakis told me that. I'm dropping Harper on the floor. I'm going to go and see if I can fix Freeman.
Okay. It's a medical roll.
Yeah.
You don't have the equipment with you, so it's going to be
Oh, it's
straightforward.
just regular.
Education plus
my
2
medical.
D6. The DC is 8. Yes!
Oh, this is close.
Partial success, so you'll die in a few minutes.
The partial success. He's alive for now, but he needs a medical suite for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fortunately, we got one.
Yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile,
We
in
have-
the airlock.
Yeah, we can't access it. We've not got chips.
In the airlock, there's something thumping on the inside of the airlock wings. Still, the ship's going up. It's getting itself into a stable orbit.
Oh. Wicks.
What do you want to do?
Wicks. No pressure, Wicks, but Wicks, you need to do something, Wicks.
I can't see. There's no window into this airlock.
You don't know what's in there or who's in there.
Usually you don't have windows in airlocks. They're a bad idea.
Windows are only in airlocks for dramatic effect.
Can I press a button to eject the airlock?
Yeah, there's a button. There is a purge button, and what it will do, it will fill the airlock with build up the air pressure in the airlock.
I'm purging it.
And then when the door opens, it will blow out anything that's in there. Yeah.
Like it.
I'm
Very nice and
going to
simple.
do that, and then live with my conscience that I've just thrown out a kid or something, or a
Have
cat.
blown out a human being. I'm only joking. It's another synth. So the door opens, the synth goes tumbling out. You see its flesh going off in different directions as it breaks apart, as it tumbles, and then starts to slowly tumble. In its monk's robes, starts to slowly tumble back down towards the planetoid. Rakis in the engine room. The converter is in. Yeah, the converter is in and it's working. It just needs a little bit of work, but yeah, in your 5 days that you've got until you finally enter FTL, you should be able to get that fixed up, no problem at all. Yeah.
Good. Everything's working here. How's it, Wicks, Casty? How's Freeman?
Freeman's alive, but he needs an auto dock.
Yeah. Look, he's in a bad way. He's alive, but he's no good to us now.
We've got 5 days until we hit FTL.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe he'll recover in that time.
he should be okay.
If only we had a doctor
Harper's-
on board.
Only, yeah.
Why put him on them sleepy pods?
Yeah. This
Yeah,
guy's a
you
gunner. We
yeah.
might as well just chuck him out of the airlock right now.
Just put him in one of the sleepy pods.
I'm going to reach across to Harper. I'm going to try and haul him into the co-pilot seat.
He flops himself
And
down.
I'm just going to say, can you pilot this thing?
Yeah, I can pilot it. You sort of
Now, do we
start
know
pressing buttons and you sort of
do we know about Freeman's plan to blow up the remote control to blow up the other ship?
I don't know. Did you communicate that to everybody?
I did, because I had a conversation with the engineer with the timing and everything, and then I did say,
Yeah, that's right.
I'll
Yeah.
rig the ship to blow once we get back. I can do it remotely.
So, so I'm going to get on the comms. I'll be Rakis. Freeman is out of it at the moment. Any chance you can you complete the job? Can you blow the ship? Can you blow the Pericles?
I'll see what I can do. I'll need to use the computers here. Patch me through from your side, will you?
Yeah,
No
because I'm
problem.
really good at that kind of stuff.
What are you good at?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
So, okay then, Rakis, you need to make an engineering roll. Basically, it's your D6 plus your education plus your engineering. The DC is going to be 7. That should successfully connect to the Pericles and initiate the startup sequence. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's a piece of piss.
We do need to roll to whether or not this actually worked. Don't forget.
It is
There's a
true.
50% chance of it not.
So now, I need you to roll a D6, and if you roll an even number, then it's worked.
Yay!
It's literally about a minute later, outside, all the sensors light up. There's a massive heat bloom as the engine goes into overload with the Pericles, and it creates It creates a crater inside the crater, and the whole thing just explodes, and small bits of it start drifting in different directions. But then suddenly, the whole ship that you're on shifts sideways, so like it's slewing around, and it starts diving back towards the surface. Harper sat at the controls, his hands gripped to the controls with a manic smile on his face, screaming, "I require absolution!" as he flies the ship straight back towards the planetoids. That's the end, guys.
Guess what? It's another game that Infinity didn't survive.
No, we all died on that one. Thank you.
We did, but you've got one up on us. So, yeah, cool.
Wow.
Thanks very much, John. That was great.
John, that was amazing. Yeah, well done.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for coming out to play.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, if you're interested, there is a sequel. But if we do it, that's completely up to you guys.
We're doing it. Like, you've got a choice right now.
Because obviously we did this as admin because we just couldn't decide who was going to be the lucky person that would have been the extra person to join us. So if you wouldn't mind, would you be able to play the sequel with another group of players from our group?
Oh, yeah.
Would that be possible?
Yeah.
And we'll commit you to this question on stream.
The sequel was designed. In fact, no, I'm not going to tell you how the sequel.
Okay.
I am sure that I would be able to adapt it.
I mean, if you could, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then we can get the guys that played the game with the game that I ran originally. If we can get them to play, I just think it'd be great and nice for them if you could run a game for them as well. Because I feel that would be amazing.
That would be absolutely my pleasure.
Ah, fantastic! That would be awesome. Great. Thank you very much for that. That was brilliant. Yeah, I feel a little bit
guys.
insecure about my game now.
No, your game is absolutely fantastic. The thing is, you had the benefit of having two sessions. Yeah, you managed to get a really good story panned out, and and you gave us an entire ream of drill jokes. So yeah, you're well done on that one. So. It's it was a really, really good game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was nervous coming on to do this game because I was up against you.
Oh, bless you. You're too kind.
And that was 10 minutes.
That was fantastic. Thank you very, very much for doing that for us. That was brilliant. And if we can do a sequel, and if we could do it with the guys so they could get to play as well, that would be fantastic.
No problem at all. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So,
yeah.
So everybody, you need to go and buy. Well, actually, we obviously Super Wolf has won, and I've messaged him, and he was about, so he does know. We need to do the last draw.
This is your last chance, guys. If you want to enter the
exclamation
draw,
mark giveaway, guys.
We'll give you 2 seconds on that if you wish to enter. Thank you to the marvelous John Hicks for doing this for us. He's been absolutely amazing. And very thrilling. Honestly, I've never been so gripped on a story. Like, oh. But no, it was absolutely brilliant. This will be live on our YouTube, so go check that out later. And of course, if you are interested in joining this game, as we have just had the John Hicks agree to do, make sure you get on our Discord and you sign up to those dark places. You get in the chat, you get talking about it, and we'll get you involved. We will also be running some other games that I think some old pirate will probably be looking to run at some point.
I got an idea.
So they'll be coming available. It's a really good system. It's so easy to get, and there's not loads of rules to it and everything. And just played it really well. So that's the Infinite Monkey Tales guidelines, guys. Ange plays it, you can play it. So yeah, get on our Discord. If you're lucky
enough to not win it, go and buy it.
Yeah, go buy.
Buy it.
So we'll quick
publishing or even Amazon.
Let's roll the dice and see who wins the final copy. Prize will go to Bongmaster! Way!
Yay!
Well done, sir. You will get a
Wow.
copy of the PDF. Andrew will message you and sort that out with you. Congratulations. For the rest of you, go check it out. Go purchase the PDF if this is interesting to you, which it has to be. It's sci-fi, it's horror, it's murder mystery, it's death. What more do you want in a TTRPG? So thank you very much once again to John Hicks, and we hope you've all enjoyed that.
Thank
and
you.
We will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. here to do
Oh, yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons and see if we die in that one as well. Why not? Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
We'll
very
catch
much.
you
Cheers,
later.
everybody. Thanks
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye all. Bye bye.